shape our future. We came to feel the need.
You're watching TBPN! Today is Tuesday, September 9th, 2025. We are live from the Palace of Party Rounds. We are at YC Demo Day. The batch is fall 2025, right? F 2025? Because it used to just be winter and summer, but now they've added, it's a quarterly batch. And so I believe we're in fall, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we are here with Nate. Introduce yourself, tell the stream who you are, why you're here.
Nate Bossard, friend of the pod.
The first time you came on was at the first time we did YC Demo Day
right.
2 quarters ago.
Been in the Bay Area for longer than I care to admit. 2008, I've bounced around a few technology companies, spent some time at some institutional VC firms, have dabbled as an entrepreneur, and now have a seed fund.
Take it back further. How'd you make your first dollar on the internet?
I sold used records on eBay.
Used records.
Yeah.
This is
records.
2001.
2001.
Vinyl guy.
Yes.
This is crazy because I sold record players on eBay.
Yes.
I sold DJ equipment.
As we know, as everything becomes more digital, tactile, physical things become more important.
Yeah.
So I was an early adopter there.
Is there, was the ARB, so my ARB was international shipping. Basically, people wanted top tier DJ gear in Australia and they couldn't get it because the companies wouldn't export? Or was it more about like going and, what do they call it?
Crate
Like
digging.
Crate digging.
Yeah,
Crate
so-
digging, finding stuff that wasn't available in, in Ohio and then you ship it there, or
So
New
I'm
York
from
and
rural
LA.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin,
you
okay.
would travel up and down the Mississippi River corridor, hitting up antique shops, getting
No
rare
way.
soul, funk, jazz,
No
and
way.
psychedelic rock records.
Okay.
And then you would sell them at a 10x markup to our friends in Japan.
That's cool. That's cool. We have one more
Dumping.
lightning round question.
Japan was your exit liquidity.
We're starting with the lightning round. Most underrated or greatest entrepreneur of all time. Who you got?
Oh, God.
Underrated or greatest is actually kind of hard to
Okay,
throw.
wait.
on somebody.
What's the actual? So we're gonna
I'm
ask.
gonna-
We're gonna try and ask every single person who comes on the stream how they made the first dollar on the internet and what their favorite entrepreneur is.
I'm gonna go.
Favorite. It could be anyone.
I'm gonna
if
go
it's
with
favorite.
the last decade,
Okay.
last 5 years.
Favorite.
I think Andrew Dudum from Hims and Hers is
Ooh,
incredibly
whoa.
underrated.
Yeah. There we go.
Fastest consumer company to go public.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
The only successful consumer SPAC,
Yeah.
trading at $11
Yeah, I
billion.
was about to say they went out as a SPAC, but then they actually held the price.
He is an absolute killer. And
He's got a
so-
retail army.
Exactly.
Which is weird, yeah.
Not every
Crazy.
boardroom general can lead a retail army.
Fantastic.
And I think Andrew is incredibly underrated.
Okay.
I'm not going to say all time, but in the last cycle.
Yeah, but we're going favorite.
And
We're
wasn't
not
there some
going
recent?
greatest.
There was
We're
some
going
recent
favorite.
news that they didn't compounding like generally get like a green light, which is very good for Hims.
Yeah, they've had a great kind of new wave with the
Yeah, like a
GLP-1
regulatory royal flush has been kind of drawn, and there's been a lot of uncertainty about which way the chips would fall, and they got lucky.
And I want to give one other shout out to his co-founder Hillary Coles, who also
really?
doesn't get a lot of publicity,
she
but
doesn't.
she is also an incredible founder
Cool.
and important to the success of the company.
Fantastic.
Well, I have to put you in the true
Please.
zone. This is Y Combinator Demo Day Summer 2025.
Oh, this is summer.
This
The
is
end
summer.
of summer.
Because
Okay,
it's
so it's
Demo
the end
Day.
of summer.
We're starting fall
Okay, so
batch.
we met some founders who were, I think, going into the fall batch, but they've been accepted. They'll be joining the next batch. But
I
this
believe
is
so.
summer.
Yes.
Ooh, great. My first
Yeah.
YC was summer.
S25.
Wow, I was summer 12, S12. So just a mere 13
You look great.
years. Yeah, still kicking. But I mean, I was what, 21 at the time or something.
Just
like
a
that?
lad.
Just a
Just
lad.
a boy.
Just a lad.
Just a boy.
What else is at the top of your timeline today? Did you watch
What did
the
you think
Apple
of the
event?
iPhone
Were you shaking?
4000?
Were you crying? Were you gasping? Were you clapping? Standing ovation from you for the iPhone. The iPhone 4000.
I was looking for more innovation on the wired headphones.
and you're
I
speaking
didn't
his language.
see
That's my
that
boy.
as a vinyl
That's my
guy.
boy.
It just like pushes live.
Yeah, I feel like the of the App Store, like kids being able to build like Flappy Bird and then just go viral. And you're gonna see like most of the stuff is just it's gonna be so much slop and so many zeros, but you're gonna get these crazy breakout stories of like some kid just vibe coded something, had a really unique idea, and was able to execute on it so much faster. Already the barrier to getting an app in the App Store is like way lower than boxed software, like where you had to literally call Masayoshi Son and get like physical distribution.
Well, I think, by the way, guys, stream was down the last 5 minutes. That was a fantastic conversation, but we're back up.
Okay.
We're back up.
But I
Okay.
think what you said while we were out was apps as memes. I think the concept of like kind of transient, ephemeral software as GIFs.
I mean, the
Software
original,
as
like,
GIFs.
think about like 10, 15 years ago, everyone had an app idea and like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like 10,000 people in the world were actually like qualified to like ship something pretty decent, right? Maybe more than that, obviously, but it was like the amount of demand, like the reason that companies like Lovable have blown up is like the demand for apps is like so much higher than the supply of developers that can actually like build these things. And then especially too, like most app ideas are not worth investing $100,000 into or $50,000 or even 10,000, right? It's just like something that should just be created for fun. Maybe it turns into a company. Maybe it's just a little piece of software.
Yeah. It is sort of a gauntlet being thrown down for the ideas guys because it's like
John Fio.
but like seriously, it's like now you're going to be in a paradigm where like oh you have an idea, okay, like you now can just put your idea into a text box and get it in front of millions of people. Let's see how good your idea really is.
I think apps.
Let's figure it out.
I think the concept of social app marketplace, a la Etsy, where now you have this more artisanal software experience. People with ideas can iterate and build and ship things. I think that there's going to be some sort of new thing. Is the App Store the next App Store? I don't know. But I think when you lower the bar super low, there's a lot of interesting ramifications of that.
Yeah, I was thinking about that in the context of like OpenAI. Like we've been in this era where, you know, it's like, okay, you have this $200 a month plan. You get like the super frontier model in a fantastic iOS app. And if they go towards agentic commerce and ads and eventually they want to monetize fully, like do the paid plans go away? And does the product become more one size fits all? Or do we continue to live in this world where if you have the budget, you can get like a really, really, really special app experience? And the flip side of that is like there are a bunch of pieces of software that I could imagine building that don't work as businesses, but would work essentially like as like a one-of-one piece of software. The example that I always give is like if I hire an assistant, I can pay that person to buy a subscription to the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, Bloomberg, and print out the articles, physically remove all the ads, and give me just a book of exactly what I want. Very expensive to do. It's probably, you know, like lots of money. But like I could have a piece of software that does that. Now, I couldn't go and sell that software because I'm reselling subscriptions and I'm taking ads out of the product. But in terms of like a vibe-coded one-of-one, there's only one person that's using it. Like it seems like potentially you could see more stuff that feels like the domain of only like you needed a person to do this.
To take it even a step further, I just want, instead of you being on my contacts, I want the John app.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And so
what would the John app have?
Well, it would just be everything you're into.
Okay.
Right? And I don't need to
cool.
ask you any questions. I know what you're reading. I know what you're buying. I know where you're going. I know what you're shopping. And when you think about like contacts as this new dynamic piece of software, there's like a portal through you.
Yeah.
That's something that's super interesting. And I'm just riffing here, but like I think that where this goes becomes really trippy. And you know, the language
it's like
model,
Uber for John, basically.
It's Uber for John. It's DoorDash for John. It's TripAdvisor for John. It's whatever workout app for John.
Or is it more like
it's like Thoughts by John?
Or is it more like a return to like the old like
Tumblr
2000s web? Yeah, exactly.
Or something.
Like we have all been forced into expressing ourselves through these like narrow boxes, and like you can put like any MP4 in there or any MP3 or any image in there, but you can't actually make any social app like your profile like fully your own and customize everything. But you could do that on just a normal website. Maybe that's coming back.
Think about every time someone asks you for advice.
Sure. Oh yeah, that.
Or pings you, it's just like it's just like here's my app. Like it's like you're just a proxy to your.
That's interesting.
And you can permission things
John
out.
John and I are investors in Delphi, which is kind of a similar thesis of making yourself available 24/7.
Yeah.
Let's switch gears a little bit. Are you going to be buying the Elon? Are you going to be signing up for Elon's SpaceX Telecom Starlink direct to phone? Are you excited about this?
Yeah, I'm a fan of rural environments.
And, you are.
And you need connectivity.
Yeah.
And so I absolutely will be.
What's your do you travel with a Starlink setup much when you're going on escapades?
No, but I would say like when I'm situated in place, for sure.
Yeah.
Totally.
My partner Dave, who is a Sprinter van guy, is fully mobile Starlink on his van.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on 996? Deep Fates on X says, "Yeah, I work 996, 9 minutes coding, 9 hours tweeting, 6 energy drinks."
It's just an extension of the performative male meme. Let's just be honest.
So I
Am I
would totally
wrong?
agree
It's
with you.
extremely-
But we had R. Karazian from Ramp, the economist over there, on the show yesterday. He looked at the credit card data, and there's actually a meaningful uptick in business activity in San Francisco, just San Francisco,
On
Saturday,
Saturdays.
just as of 6 months ago. And it's like a meaningful uptick. And so he says it's real.
Sure, there's always people that are living the realness.
Sure.
And then
Sure,
there's the
sure.
performative social media
Sure,
clout
sure.
chasing. And
Sure.
so, yeah, of course, there's always
There's
truth.
there's both.
truth in every meme.
Yeah, it's like maybe there's a 20% uptick in 996ing, and then that's been like 5x'd by the volume of like posts. about it.
Atlas was joking. It was like the great lock-in, and it's just like working Chinese hours for 4 months.
I mean, I think you have to earn the fun.
Naval had some new
Oh, yeah,
some
what
new
did he
press
say?
today. He said Naval Ravikant expects employees to work 24/7 at his new startup. That's the next level. After 996 is just don't sleep.
Yeah.
Just stay at your desk.
Just
Like,
12,
please.
12, 7.
12, 7.
12 a.m.
I'm bullish on hims and hers then for the kind of performance enhancing aspects required.
Oh,
for that.
okay.
Yeah.
You think they might get into some sleep deprivation tech?
Remember back in the day, people used to take Pro Vigil?
Yeah.
was
There was
the
always
thing.
that lore about like the
Moda,
Air Force
did you go
pilots,
through
the
a
most
Moda
elite
era?
combat units.
Bafnel?
I've never done that, but that was always Obama's hack, as he would,
What?
Yeah,
I didn't
he
know
was-
about this.
he was
You came
big
on, you were like,
Moda
we're not
guy.
going to talk about politics, and here you are. What
Well,
you
I'm talking
doing,
about
dude?
nothing
Why-
about-
why you
nothing
take
about
performance,
that's
right?
about that's performance. That's
performance
not
enhancement,
politics.
and I'm sure that
sure.
Pro Vigil's not like a
Yeah,
partisan
yeah.
issue.
Yeah,
For sure.
It's bipartisan.
Yeah, that's as
Everyone's-
far as we'll go on that.
Anyway, do you want to run through the first Elon Treasury company? Did you see this? Have you been following the Treasury stock memes? I mean,
this
start
like
with the
stablecoin related?
MicroStrategy?
Oh,
There's
no.
MicroStrategy, but then
Yeah.
there are a few that do ETH and Solana.
There's
and
5
variety.
Solana treasuries that all
5?
launched within the same like 3-week period. So like essentially, yeah, if you track it, there's one that Pantera launched.
Yep.
There's one that I think
Multicoin.
Joe McCann I think was working
Okay.
on one. There's a few coming through
I
the pipe
truly
right now.
don't understand it, but maybe it's just because I'm aware of like you can buy
It's-
crypto directly, but maybe it's like a tax thing.
No,
with-
it's an on-ramp for TradFi to play in crypto
Okay.
as a more safer play.
Yeah,
Because it's
so-
highly regulated, and so I think instead of them just buying Solana,
Yeah.
they can buy into this thing. And
Okay,
make-
okay,
I- if I
okay.
had to
So
be-
it's a
if I were-
regulatory thing more than a tax thing.
for traditional finance, and I'm just being super reductive on
Sure,
that, but
sure,
I think
sure.
that's the appeal. And then
Interesting.
assume that if they're hoovering up as much.
And
of
then
that.
you give retail an opportunity for new forms of basically betting.
it all comes back to that.
It's
I mean,
all
let's just be
it's all
honest.
betting.
Well-
But so we were talking about EchoStar. So SpaceX acquired a spectrum that's going to enable them to get into direct to sell.
17 billion.
Yeah, it was $8.5 billion of cash, $8.5 billion of stock. EchoStar is up 24% in the last 5 days, but is pretty much flat today.
Yeah.
And
the crazy thing
people
about
were
this is that
starting.
it's-
People
yeah.
yesterday realized they were like, wait. A $20 billion public company holds $8.5 billion of SpaceX stock. Like, this is an Elon treasury
It's a
company.
treasury company.
But small issue, they have $30 billion of debt. And so we were kind of like doing some rough math yesterday and realizing like SpaceX needs to be like closer to a $2 trillion company for them to just pay off and this is a company that's losing a lot of money in their core business.
I mean,
of
that
course.
spectrum purchase is highly strategic and makes me very, very bullish. I think people also should be looking at if they want a public market comp, more global play, like look at Rocket Lab. They're almost like a corollary to every time Elon kind of does something publicly that's embarrassing or that is against the political zeitgeist. That stock, like
Which one?
Rocket Lab.
Rocket Lab. Okay.
Yeah, it's also a publicly traded,
Yeah.
another successful deep tech SPAC of
Yeah,
the era.
yeah.
They started off like
And they're actually launching rockets now. But
New
there
Zealand
are
company.
a couple of those, like the anti-Elon trade. Like there's this
Rocket Lab's one.
satellite company that's ASTS.
Yep.
And they've been like mooning in the public markets, but I don't think that they've actually like shipped any satellites. It's all like deals at this point.
Rocket Lab's
But
shipping.
Rocket Lab's
Yeah,
for sure
it's like
shipping.
$15 billion market
yeah.
cap SPAC.
Yeah, done very
rode
well.
kind of like a rough period and now has been ripping.
Yeah, Firefly also got out and did
yeah.
quite well, I believe,
Yeah.
in the IPO.
So the SPAC universe, like there's some winners.
Yep.
Let's be honest.
yeah.
None of
there's
them
A few.
that
SoFi,
Chamath was part of.
same
but-
thing. No, that's
No.
wrong. So,
Is that right?
so he did SoFi
SoFi.
and SoFi's up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Truth Zone.
One out of
Yeah, it's like 1 out of 8.
So that's like, that's like 250 if you're playing
evenly
baseball.
spread across them. It was not a good time, but it was a rough time for a lot of people in a lot of markets.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, sorry.
Did you guys see this company yesterday, Alter Ego, that's doing
Yes.
it's like a telepathic like headset device that you can like think messages in. Thought it was pretty interesting.
That'll be big in the astrology community.
Yeah, I can see that. Got almost 2 million views since yesterday. Some people were pushing back and saying like you actually have to like mouth the
I think
words.
it's fine though.
But I think it's fine.
Like a fish. Is this actual shippable or pre-order?
Somebody, I don't know.
Pre-order launch.
Yeah. It's
I
not.
don't know
It's
how-
not live, but
I don't know how true this is. Somebody quoted it and said this is the same type of thing Altman and Iver are launching. By the way, Future is here. It's
I think
just
that
not-
would totally make sense, and I think that's
Yeah.
a good call. The question is just like, how quickly can like AirPods 4 fast follow that technology? But if it's doing something else with like the electrical signals or like the mandible,
This is a good. So we have to talk about this.
Yeah.
Hunter SPX Thompson says NVIDIA sells chips to Nebius to sell to Microsoft to sell to OpenAI, all for OpenAI to burn $100 billion between now and 2029. So I can ask Digital God for company primers and get answers in paragraph format pulled from Seeking Alpha dog shit.
Wow.
Absolutely brutal. The Nebius deal that got announced yesterday, total
Mooned.
total
I mean,
retail.
yesterday was an insane day in the market, right?
Yeah, Nebius is up another 40. It's 42% in the last 5 days. $22 billion company right now. Retail. They had a retail army behind them.
And then that
remember when we?
Treasury company? Did you see that?
Oh, is there a treasury for that now?
So there's a company. There's
going to be a treasury
that
for
bought-
everything.
So I wasn't familiar with these folks, but Dan Ives is Wedbush Securities. So he is now leading a crypto treasury strategy focused on WorldCoin, the native token of the blockchain used in OpenAI's creator Sam Altman's identity startup World. And they bought $250 million. They had a $250 million pipe into the public company Octo, and the company I believe went up 2,500%, which is a lot.
So Fartcoin treasury when?
Seriously.
I'm actually not kidding.
Yeah, well, we were pitching this idea of instead of focusing on these like crypto assets, you could create a company that has a treasury that's just pure scratch-off lottery tickets. So you have like $10 million of lottery tickets in there, and it's like, who knows what it could be worth? It's hard to get to a book value on that. You could do the expected value, but who knows? Maybe the investors will just not do the book
Well, then
value.
you securitize it.
Exactly. Get derivatives against the right to scratch off.
business
Something
models is
there. I do want to cover a bit more Nebius.
please.
There's some coverage here from TechCrunch that's pretty solid because we covered this company earlier this year in
Okay.
a different context.
Yeah,
So.
Nebius is a real company. It's hyperscaler,
Yeah.
right? Or NeoCloud.
No,
and they
so I'll
did a
get
big
into it. So
deal with-
Nebius has actually been public for 13 years, floating
13
in May
years.
2011 as Yandex NV, the Dutch holding company of Russian internet giant Yandex, which is the Google of
It's a
Russia.
spin out of Yandex.
Remember?
That's crazy.
So
Okay, yeah,
at the
yeah.
tail end of 2021, Yandex hit a peak valuation of 31 billion, but in the wake of Russia's invasion of Ukraine in early 2022, everything changed. NASDAQ halted trading on Yandex shares in February due to sanctions imposed on Russian affiliated companies. And a year later, NASDAQ said it would delist Yandex altogether. But Yandex successfully appealed on the basis that it was restructuring, a process that would take an additional 16 months to fully complete. Part of this included offloading all of its Russian assets, which was where most of the real business value lay. But what remained under Yandex's ownership was a random assortment of infrastructure and business units that just so happened to be located outside of Russia.
That's
So they had
crazy.
set up data centers outside
Yeah,
of
yeah, of
Russia,
course, as one does.
and everything effectively in
Yep,
Russia
yep.
was seized and sort of like pulled back into the country.
What a wild story.
This divestment concluded in July with Yandex changing its name to Nebius AI, a cloud compute platform with its own Finnish data center.
Finnish.
And
we saw a billboard for Nebius on the drive-in today.
yeah, so the new business was to be spearheaded by Arkady, the Russian Yandex co-founder and former CEO, who was removed from a European sanctions list in March after he publicly condemned Russia's assault on Ukraine. The core Nebius business sells GPUs as a service to companies needing compute. and that is I don't need to continue that. So, anyways, crazy
Yeah, I have no idea the
story
history here.
Highway 101 billboard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe
saw it
maybe
when
not.
we saw
I
it.
don't think
No,
it's 101.
not
We came across
101,
the
but
bridge
we
from
saw it
Oakland.
rolling in today.
Yeah.
I took a picture of it because I love advertising.
Anyway,
For
did
the
it say?
the East Bay people coming in.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's us.
Yeah.
We came from Oakland.
Okay.
It said AI runs better on us.
Echo
Shots
Star has a
fired.
wild story too. Brandon Gorell dug into it on the Substack. Go to Substack. What is it? TBPN.substack.com.
Yeah.
Subscribe. I believe we have our first guest. So thank you so
Gentlemen.
much for coming on.
Great to see you.
Media Titans.
Enjoy
Thank you.
the rest of your demo day. Get
Make
out
sure
there.
your founder
Make
gets on the
sure
show.
you
I will
brought-
find that team.
Bring him over.
Did you bring enough checks? Is your checkbook full? I hope you're not running out of
Apple,
checks.
It's all Apple Pay.
Okay.
All Apple Pay now.
We need a ping sound effect. Cha-ching.
Cha-ching.
Anyway, if you're just tuning in, we are live from YC Demo Day, summer 2025, and we will bring in our first team. Look at this. How
Look
you
at these
doing?
guys.
Welcome
Wow.
to the stream.
What's going on?
How you
Good to
doing?
see you.
Do you want to bring
Hey.
over another chair for them? Here, you can grab this chair. We'll bring in one for you. We'll put this here.
Lads. Are we going
Look
to
at
space?
this.
What
Yeah.
is-
Well,
what,
So the
introduce
outfit
yourselves.
Outfit is because our logo is a rocket.
Okay.
And
Okay.
we help. I need to talk in this mic.
Yeah, as much as you can.
Yeah. So I'm Bora. This is Jerry. We're co-founders of Reacher, and the outfits are because we help brands reach more creators.
Okay.
And make viral content
Yeah.
to help them reach more people.
How
to reach
do
more
you
stars.
do that? Like, what is the actual product?
Yeah, so we build AI agents to help brands find the right creators, personalize the outreach,
Okay.
get them to respond, pay them, and then also generate scripts and hooks so that they can make viral content.
Got it. Is
Yeah.
the long term a marketplace for brands to connect to creators? Do you want to create like liquidity, two-sided marketplace?
Definitely.
Okay.
Right now, like let's build as much tools for brands as possible.
Yep.
There's so much work there.
Yep.
And then once we have a critical mass of let's say 50,000 brands,
Yep.
we open up the deal marketplace to creators, and that's when
Yep.
they can make money.
Okay, first question. I'm going to
Yes.
hit you with a hard question. I'm bullish on the tool in its current state. There's been so many attempts to build creator marketing tools over the last decade. None that I'm aware of have become, truly massive companies, right? What do you think has changed now that can enable this to be sort of $1 billion company?
So I would say one thing is the fact that TikTok Shop exists and social commerce is like the first real social commerce platform. Everything is native checkout. The attribution is really dialed in terms of everything happens on the platform. And it's the first real attempt at getting anybody like you, me, regular creators that don't have millions of followers to make content. And with the algorithm, the way it works is you can go viral, right? So
Yeah.
I think that's one big aspect of it. And the other part is AI. And I'll let you speak to that.
So you guys, just 1 second. So you guys are focused on TikTok Shop initially
To
as a
start.
category?
Currently, yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. What you said AI agents going around finding creators. Is there pushback from scraping TikTok? Like, what's the actual interaction like there?
No pushback because we're number one on the TikTok Shop App Store.
Okay, there
so
you go.
we're in the back end and we're number one.
Fantastic.
We help TikTok make money, so they don't want to push back.
Yeah, that makes sense. We have some lightning round questions. Favorite entrepreneur? What you got?
Oh.
You can say anybody.
Yeah, I
Could
know.
be just a
I
buddy
was
of
going to
yours.
say Elon, but I think it's Jensen.
Jensen.
There we go.
Okay,
Yeah.
the first Jensen. Let's start counting them up.
Yeah.
Also, we've been asking everyone, how'd you make your first dollar on the internet?
First dollar on the internet.
Or just dollar in business?
Dollar in business. I was fixing people's iPhone crack screens.
No way.
When I was
That's
young.
a great story. Fantastic.
Awesome, guys.
We have
Traction.
next
Traction.
guest.
What
give us
what
some
kind of
metrics.
numbers
How's
did you
Demo
report
Day
on
going
for Demo
you?
Day?
Demo Day was great. Alumni Demo Day was great. Our
Yep.
traction is $137,000 in monthly recurring revenue.
Whoa.
And-
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Series B territory.
I've seen enough. Give them 100 million.
Oh, we heard
Yeah.
Series A and B investors don't like outfits, so we're going to see about that.
Okay,
But let's see.
okay. Well, we love the aesthetics. Thank you so much
Awesome,
for coming
guys.
on.
Tremendous-
We'll talk to you soon. Have a good
tremendous
rest of your
progress.
demo day.
Cheers.
See ya.
to meet
And
you guys.
we have a surprise guest. We have the CEO of Gusto, I believe. Josh is here. We're going to bring in Josh.
There we go.
How you doing? It's been too long.
It's
Good
been
to
too
see
long.
you.
Great to
Oh,
see
it's
you.
been so long. I'm so glad to see you. Good to catch up.
It's good to be here.
Introduce yourself for the stream really quickly.
Hello, I'm Josh. I'm the CEO, co-founder of Gusto, and we are right across the street.
Oh, no way. The
Literally,
office
my
is
team
right-
walked up and was
Fantastic.
like, "They're across the street. Do you want to go
Yeah,
say hi?" I
that
was like,
sounds
"Sure,
fantastic.
let's
There you
go.
are.
Let's go."
Incredible.
I have zero prep.
Good,
It's-
good placement too. Did you guys do that on purpose?
Well, we were an early adopter of Dogpatch. We came here in 2017.
Okay.
And we were surrounded by Joule.
Oh yeah.
Who used
No
to be
way.
in this building.
Crazy.
And
That's
then-
crazy lore.
Uber Autonomous Cars was
Okay,
the other tenant. Now it's Astranis and YC.
Okay.
Awesome.
What batch were you in? It was 2020.
Winter 2012.
2012.
Yeah,
Winter
2012.
2012. That must have been just after summer 2012 when I went through. Because I remember we used Gusto.
Yeah.
How did demo day go for you?
Yeah.
So first off, it was smaller.
Yep.
It was down in Mountain View.
But it was still like 70 teams.
There was
back
about
then?
50, 60
50? Okay.
in the batch.
Yeah.
And it was twice a year. Now
Yep.
it's four
Yep.
times a year. And yeah, I mean, the shift was just starting to San Francisco.
Yep.
So we were actually still based in Palo Alto up
Yep.
until 4 employees.
Yep.
And then we moved up to the city, and then a lot of companies are now here.
Did you guys start with the payroll? Was that the thing you were planning to build, or did you kind of pivot into it?
We were, before YC, definitely iterating and experimenting. Once YC officially started, we were like heads down.
Okay, so were you running payroll prior to demo day, or did you need more time
So
to
we-
build?
Did you ever not
payroll's
dog food the product?
So we decided we weren't going to pay ourselves.
Okay,
we
until you
use
could
our
do
own
it.
Product
There
There we
Oh,
go.
that's great.
There we
And
go.
then we
Found
hit
your
2
mode.
milestones. I like it.
The soundboard's going hard.
But yeah, no,
today.
we didn't pay ourselves till we could use our own
There we
product,
go.
and then we onboarded like 10 other companies.
Okay,
in
but that
YC.
was during YC.
During YC.
That was
well,
during the
for
batch.
demo day, we had to be able to say to everyone,
Yeah, we're using our own
we
product. Yeah, of course.
can process payroll.
Yeah,
'Cause we
Otherwise,
were
you'd have
three-
to put a clown mat, outfit on. Or
We
something.
were 3 electrical engineering PhD dropouts.
Yeah.
What credibility do we have
Yeah.
building payroll software?
What's the craziest MVP version of running payroll? Like legally, can you just hand someone cash and fill out a form?
Yeah, aren't there
Like,
stores you
How do you
can-
ramp up?
still-
Like,
there's
can-
still,
you
like-
can do it on a spreadsheet,
John, so
right?
there's-
Obviously, you should use Gusto, but like
Don't
in
do it by
theory,
hand.
legally, can you just do it on a?
When we started the
yeah.
company, 40% of businesses in the U.S. were doing it by hand.
Wow.
Right?
And you
Like
could
manually.
there's like
Yeah.
physical businesses out there in the world that still like run. They do payroll
called
as
payroll
a service,
service bureaus.
and you
Sure.
can like go
And it's
into
not
them
a
and
tech
be-
business.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
And
It looks
about-
more like retail.
Yeah, about a third of companies are still using that type of system.
No
It's
way.
error prone. Mistakes get made. You get penalized. Yada yada.
That's wild.
Insane.
That's crazy.
How was did you guys have any trouble raising, or were
So in the-
people by that point were pretty bullish? I'm guessing.
I think we stood out. There was luck. There was hard work. A lot of stuff has to line up because you're raising at the same time with a bunch of other founders. Instagram had just gotten bought in the last year or two, I think, before that.
Okay.
And so a lot of the companies in the batch were in the social, mobile, local.
I remember this.
kind of craze.
So low.
Best
mo.
time to build SaaS is when everyone.
We
everyone
stuck
thinks
out
it.
as like we're building a business that has like very concrete need, very
Yep.
very established market.
Yep.
So we ended up doing really well in the batch in terms of the fundraising process. We raised a $6 million seed round.
Wow.
No way.
That's great.
Okay.
Back then was a large amount. And then it wasn't about spending it. Like when we did our Series A, we still had 2/3 of that in the bank. But
Yeah.
we had some great investors get involved, and we're really grateful. Yeah.
We have a lightning round. We have 2 questions
do
we've
it.
been asking everyone.
Yeah.
Favorite entrepreneur doesn't have to be greatest. It can just be anyone. But who's your favorite entrepreneur?
Can I be snarky in my answer?
Please.
Tomer and Eddie are my
there we
co-founders.
go.
They're amazing. I think really highly of them.
That's a fair answer.
I mean, I can go with a classic.
Any biographies that you are on your
Well,
nightstand?
here's a personal story.
Please.
Graduated 2005,
Yeah.
Stanford, and the commencement speaker that year was Steve Jobs.
Wow.
No.
That
way.
speech was
Yeah.
live.
It's like a viral video.
And that was a formative moment.
Yeah.
And I really admire
Yeah.
like that customer centricity, that
Yeah.
like imagine the future
Yeah.
aspect of Steve Jobs.
Wow. Yeah. That's great.
And then, what's the first dollar that you made online? Was it Gusto, or were you doing anything before
I mean,
that?
back in the 90s, I was building websites.
Yeah?
There you
I
go.
built a website for a coffee shop.
For a coffee
There you
shop.
go.
So, I mean, I got paid for that.
Do you remember
There
how
you
much
go.
you got paid?
I think I did it for like $500.
$500. That's,
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
90s, with inflation, that's like $25,000 today.
It was, I mean,
Yeah, if you just waited some
should've-
time, bought Bitcoin,
yeah,
you'd
put
be
it
a
all into
trillionaire.
crypto. It would have been good to go.
Well, you put it all in a payroll, and I think it worked out.
Maybe I'm Satoshi. You know.
Fantastic. Do
what,
we have more guests just ready to go? Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. I just wanted
I
to
got a
make
lot
sure.
more questions,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
great
no,
to
no,
see
Good
you.
to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Come
Thanks
say
so
hi.
much. Yeah.
Congrats on all
This
the
is great.
progress with what you guys are doing.
Yeah, and good luck out there
Yeah.
if you're
What
meeting
percentage?
founders.
What percentage of the batch is already using Gusto? Do you think?
We tend to do pretty well with YC batches.
fantastic.
And we also do a boba get together.
There you go.
Okay.
At the
Boba.
So yeah, if you're listening, go attend
Boba
that.
Gusto, make payroll easy, set
Go
up
sign
healthcare
up.
really easy. We're here to serve.
Well, thank you so much for hopping
Incredible.
on. We'll see you
Good to
soon.
see you.
And we will bring in our next guest. We'll also tell you about ramp.com. Time is money. Save both. Go to ramp.com.
What's
Easy as
happening?
payroll.
Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hey,
Nice
welcome to
meeting
the
you.
show.
Hey,
I'll give
what's
you a
going on?
salute. There you go.
I'm a big fan of the show.
Thanks
There
so
we
much.
go.
Yes.
We're a big fan
Introduce
of you.
yourself for the
Now.
stream. What are you building? What are you
Amazing.
pitching here today?
So I'm Bruno. We're building Gauss,
Okay.
a personal AI investment analyst for retail investors.
Oh, interesting.
There
So,
we
you know,
go.
B2C, if you invest in stocks,
Yep.
you're welcome to join our platform.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's been a ton of moves in the retail world, tons of meme stocks going on.
Yeah.
Is this going to help me find the next great meme stock or avoid getting caught up in the meme stock
Yeah.
stuff? Is it more for the retail investor who doesn't want to get burned or the retail investor
Can
wants
I
to go
tell
risk
the
on?
app to not make mistakes when I'm asking for-
Exactly. That's actually
Wait.
our number one use case. We want retail investors to make less emotional mistakes.
Emotional
so
mistakes.
right now we're focusing on thesis-driven investors,
Okay.
so not the meme stock
Sure, sure,
buyers.
sure.
So you have a clear thesis. You
Yep.
want to monitor the market, but you're a busy professional. You don't have time to
Okay.
know, keep track of
Yeah.
everything that's happening. We can find opportunities. You connect your portfolio to us,
Okay.
and we can start giving tailored advice
Yeah.
that fits your
So
financial profile.
talk to me about the puzzle pieces that you're putting together. I imagine Plaid's important. There's probably some broker dealer at
Yeah.
some point. There's probably a frontier model that you're partnering with. You're not training your own models, but
Yeah.
what are the puzzle pieces that you're putting together to build the platform?
Yeah, exactly. So Plaid is part of our platform. We have read-only access to your account,
Sure.
so we don't do trades.
Oh, okay,
right
you just recommend right now.
We recommend. So
Got it.
we're an advisor, basically.
Okay,
we want to
cool,
tackle
cool,
the
cool.
advisory
Yeah,
market
yeah.
and replace RIAs with agents.
So what kind of what's the compliance framework if you're giving people investment advice
Yeah,
Yeah.
as an app?
Everyone always
exactly.
says, so you just say not investment advice and then you're fine, right? And then you can
Right
just give as
now-
much investment advice.
Yeah. Right now, that's
So
what
it
we
doesn't-
do. But we're in the process of getting the RIA registration.
Okay,
and
yeah.
hopefully by the end of the month, we will be an
That's
RIA
cool.
and we can give
what was
advice.
the
You come
KPI?
into did you come into YC with this idea or did you pivot into it?
We did, yeah, actually. My co-founder and I have been working on this for the past like 3-4 months.
Wow.
We applied with this idea.
you go.
We're one of the few B2C companies in this batch because
Yeah.
most companies have been B2B.
Yeah.
But it's been exciting. We got like 1.7 thousand users using
Okay.
our platform, generating revenue.
Yeah. And is your KPI like assets that are linked on Plaid? Is that what you shared today?
Yeah, that's one of the KPIs. But right
Sure.
now we're focusing on signups and retention.
totally users.
Yeah, we want to get users coming to our platform and staying with us, and we want to eventually be the best in giving like tailored investment advice for people.
That's great. Lightning round?
Yeah. Well,
Or you have
yeah. I was
one
gonna
more?
say, how are you monetizing today?
It's a subscription model. So
How
we're
much?
charging $19 a month for
Okay.
customers.
Yeah.
And we'll plan to continue with this for a while,
Yeah.
and then eventually we're gonna switch to the more RIA-like
Yeah.
model.
Free
Yeah.
plan or everyone paid?
Free plan, it's a freemium. You can just
Sure.
like sign up the platform,
And then
use
you
the free
upgrade.
features,
Cool.
and then you can pay an X more
I
features.
like businesses like this because people run the calculus of like if I pay $19 a month, but I can make a slightly better investment.
Totally.
It pays for itself.
Also, I mean, you can definitely, I don't want to, degrade the business in any way, but you can also underwrite this as almost like an edutainment product. Like even if I'm not always making the trade that it recommends, if I'm just saying, okay, here's my thesis, walk me through the stocks, that's almost like a deep research type product. That's something that somebody can read like an investment newsletter.
Exactly,
And so
exactly.
what
it
what
has
were you
this
doing
flywheel.
before this?
I started my career at Nubank, big
Oh, yeah.
Brazilian
Nice.
fintech.
Wow.
I was doing data
Okay.
science there. Then I moved to VC.
Yeah.
I did 3 years of fintech investing
give
in
it
Latin
up for
America.
venture capital.
Thank you for the
VCs,
work
I
that you
like
did.
VCs. I was in the
Thank you.
industry. And then I switched to the other side of the table.
Yeah.
Now wanted to start something on my
Fantastic.
own. Did 2 years of business school at Stanford.
Oh, cool.
Just graduated 2 months ago. Did
Yeah.
YC, and now we're here.
Non-traditional background.
Soundboard,
how's the fundraise going?
We close a round already.
Whoa, let's go. Okay.
Still undisclosed, but we have a small location for smaller angel checks.
Oh, okay.
But hopefully that's good runway for us.
He's like,
Yeah,
call me,
yeah.
but not financial advice. But also, it's going to be 1,000 bagger, but also not financial advice.
Dude, congrats. Couple
Wait,
lightning round questions.
lightning round question. Favorite entrepreneur? We've been asking everyone who comes to mind throughout history.
I have to say Davi Vélez from Nubank. He's an inspiration for me. He challenged, the most traditional industry in Brazil,
Yeah.
big banks, and he managed to create a generational company.
Fantastic.
I really like him.
How'd you
Gotcha.
make your first dollar on the internet?
Oof. So when I was a kid, I started kind of like the small e-commerce shop to sell materials for school materials.
Yeah.
It was just like a
Where was
simple
this?
website in Brazil. I was in
Crazy.
São Paulo, and kids were always like they asked their moms to
Yeah.
buy school materials, and I was like, I think there's a way to just like sell directly to kids, and they were like starting to go to these websites,
Wow.
and I was just like, and it was like there was no payment system or
Yeah.
anything. It was just like a storefront, and they
Nice.
could select
They
a
pay you
material,
cash.
and they pay me cash at school. So I
But
just
but
started, like,
you
selling them.
use the internet as
Yeah,
kind
it was
of
like an
the
order management
system.
system.
Order management system,
Wow,
yeah.
that's amazing. That's a great story. Thank you so much for
Awesome.
hopping on
Thank
the
you so
stream.
much.
It was
Great
great
to
talking
meet
to you.
you. Thank you so much. Cheers.
Congratulations on the round.
That was not general solicitation, by the way. He was not saying to reach out to him if you want to invest in the company, but love to see it. I love to see a non-traditional background into
It's good to see
as-
some
you know,
Stanford representation.
Stanford
today.
MBA,
Yeah.
worked as a venture capitalist,
Yeah.
worked at a hyperscaler. We love to
Wait,
not a hyperscaler, but
just
but,
like one
but
of the
a
power
gigascaler.
Welcome
Here
to
we
the stream,
go.
Perseus Defense. I saw your stuff on X. I saw the image of this massive
Should
like
be
weapons
Perseus
truck
Warfare.
or something. Oh yeah! Wow, got to update the
Welcome-
shirts.
welcome to the show, guys.
Welcome
You
to the
guys want
show.
these on or off?
No, you're good. You
No,
can
you're
leave them
good.
on.
Cool.
Welcome
Thanks
to the
so
show,
much
guys.
for hopping on. We're going to kind of have you pass back the mic and back and forth. Just get it as close as you can.
Sure.
But introduce yourselves. Who are you? What are you building?
Cool. So my name is Jason Cornelius. This is Steve,
Hey, what's up, guys? Steve with Perseus Defense.
What's up?
and we're building 16-inch missiles to shoot down drones.
16-inch missiles to shoot
16-inch.
down drones. Okay.
Okay.
What? Yeah.
Not in this
Like,
range.
do we not have 16?
We should have brought one.
Do we not have 16-inch missiles in the arsenal currently? Is this something that's like we're familiar with like the Patriot and then the Bullet? 50
How
cal.
much do they
In
cost,
between?
and how do you fire them?
Yeah, it's a good question. So there are some existing solutions for like the counter UAS problem, right?
Yep.
We see
And
in
walk through
Ukraine.
the walk through the solutions.
For sure. So there's
Just high
electronic
level.
warfare.
Sure.
Yeah.
So GPS jamming.
Which
there's
is
RF
unreliable,
blocking.
right?
There's easy ways to defeat them. You know,
Sure.
you can make a more advanced drone, and this is what
And
we
then you
see.
have the fiber optic cables
There's fiber
too.
optics. So
Oh,
this
yeah.
is like already defeating some of those solutions that we have.
Yeah.
And then there's like the Death Star laser beam, which is very expensive, immobile, very heavy, requires a lot of power. There's AI machine guns.
Yep.
And so like there's a million solutions. And we were
Who's your
look-
buddy that does that?
ACS,
ACS.
Allen Control
yeah.
Systems.
Gone on in the truck. Yeah.
and so there's some really good solutions
Sure.
out there for different use
Yeah.
cases. And
But
they
we
all
need
have
more.
pros.
Yeah.
We need more, and they
Yep.
all have pros and cons, and they have like a layered. So some of them, like ACS, is very short range.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them, like a Patriot, is very long range. And so we looked at it: who's going to fill this gap that's
Mm-hmm.
in between? When we don't want to spend a $10 million missile to shoot it at 10 miles away,
Yep.
but we also don't want it to get so close to us that it's right on top
Okay,
of us.
six-
So what's
16-inch
the
missile,
what's the
this thing.
range? It's a 16-inch missile.
Half mile.
Half mile.
Half
Okay.
a mile. And is the benefit of that the payload? Like you can blow up a bigger drone, or you can just fly farther. Like what are the trade-offs that go, or what are the benefits that go
Yeah,
into having
really
some of
the
this?
cost.
The cost.
Yeah, so if you look at like the best solutions today, Raytheon has something called Coyote.
Mm-hmm.
That's still $250,000 per drone that we take out. The drone that we take out costs $1,000.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like
Yeah, it just
not a
doesn't
great
make sense
scale, right?
economically.
So we're building these things for sub $10,000
Yeah.
a shot, trying to drive that cost down.
Yep.
And then you have a
How
missile
how
pod.
does it do targeting and like
Yeah,
actual
let this guy
fire?
tell you about it.
Yeah, so there's a thermal seeker on board the missile. All the compute's on board the missile. It's fire and forget, so it just seeks out the drone's
Oh,
thermal
so you can
signature.
just shoot these out into
Yeah,
the.
and so we have the display out back with like
Cool.
the missile pod mounted on some unmanned vehicles that we got some Navy SEALs to send us.
Cool.
But you can
Nice.
see like these things they're cheap. They
Yeah.
can pop off. You can have like they're only a pound each, so you can have like 25 missiles in one pod. That's only like 30 pounds or so. So a guy can carry around like a mini
Oh,
surface-to-air
wow.
missile site, basically.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Okay. What's the progress of the business? Are you going straight to program of record? Are you doing some different grants? What's the business model?
Sure, it's a good question. So, typical way to do this is you apply for a SBIR, Small
Yep. Business
Innovation Project. And we've done some of those applications, but we're kind of trying to attack it from all different possible
Mm-hmm.
angles. So I was in the Pentagon 3 weeks ago. I carried missiles inside the Pentagon
Cool.
to show 2 offices there.
Okay.
We're working with Fort Hood, so 1st Cavalry Division down there. They've been super helpful, giving us feedback on our solution, trying to help us accelerate it into the DoD. So we're talking to the soldiers at the ground level. We're talking to the Pentagon.
Yep.
We're talking to the science and technology communities inside the DoD, and really have a list of supporters. They're just waiting for us to get the technology ready so that they can bring us out. We can demo it
Yep.
and get it ready to rock.
What's it like testing a product like this?
Oh, it's cool.
It's yeah. But a lot of your batch mates here
Yeah.
can go and just ship a product. to make an edit, ship it to prod, and then the stakes are a little bit lower. So like, where are you guys even testing and all that stuff?
Can't say on here where we test at.
Yeah.
But every 2 weeks we do a long drive very far outside of San Francisco, and we load the truck up. We take a bunch of missiles out into a very far away land, and we test. So that's been the entire YC batch. Every 2 weeks we've done it. So 4 or 5 cycles, and then in between those 2 weeks, we have the entire team doing major iterations to the design, improving it. So in the 10 weeks of YC, we've done 5 major missile iterations, launched over 30 missiles, and it's progressing quite fast.
I will say the first thing that we bought with the YC company, or with the YC money, was a Ford Expedition. And so we just packed that thing full of all the...
That's crazy.
And then we blew it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Lightning round. Favorite entrepreneur? Who do you look to for advice or as a role model?
We're looking at Dino at Saronic right now and trying to match that growth trajectory that they're having a lot.
Makes sense.
And then I'll say Steve Blank, we're kind of friends with him
yeah.
down at the Stanford.
I
we
love
sat in his
him.
class.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
I love him. Yeah, I interviewed him a while back. He's great. Second lightning round question. How do you make your first dollar on the internet or in business?
First,
I used to wash horse trailers.
Wash horse
There we
trailers.
go. Equestrian
Analog,
coding.
yeah.
There you go.
Let's
Yeah.
give it
They
up
got-
for people who made their money.
In the equestrian industry. Thank you so much for coming
Thanks,
on.
guys.
Good luck with the rest of
Congrats,
Demo
guys.
Day.
Cheers.
Oh.
Cheers.
We will
care,
talk to you
guys.
soon. If you're tuning in, we are live from YC Demo Day 2025. We are going to have some special guests hop on the stream. We might have Gary Tan stop by. The team's going to bring in Gary Tan as soon as he's available. But
And
up
now-
next, we have Meteor. Welcome
What's
to the
happening?
stream.
Welcome
How you
to the
doing?
show.
Nice to meet you. Introduce yourself for the stream. Who are you? What are you building?
Yeah, I'm Pranav.
nice to
We're
meet
building Meteor, and this is Farhan. The AI native browser that's going to kill Google Chrome.
Oh, okay. We got the browser
shots
wars going.
fired.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Shots fired. Yes, this
Okay,
one.
okay.
Browser
Meteor.
wars.
Are you
Let's
guys
go.
going after Comet too?
Yeah,
Is that
absolutely.
it?
Everyone, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, well, what's the plan? I mean, everyone has installed Chrome at this point. Everyone runs it. It's so hard to rip it out. How do you create a solution that's 10x better?
Yeah, well, I mean, we all spend 7 or 8 hours every day on our browser,
Yeah.
right? We do most of our work on the browser.
Yep.
Right?
Everything's
Most
in
of
the
it is
browser.
redundant work.
Yep.
We're saying we can automate all of that away.
Okay.
Right? We're saying we want to spawn AI agents that work with you
Mm-hmm.
as your co-pilot to the web that can do your work for you, so you don't have to waste your 7 or 8 hours.
Okay.
right?
But like, what does that look like as I use the product? How do you pitch it to somebody who says Chrome works well enough for me?
Right. Chrome does work well enough for you if you're okay wasting many hours a day.
Okay.
What we're saying is we're giving you time savings.
Yeah.
It's sort of like people pay thousands of dollars for personal assistants.
Sure.
Right? People pay thousands of dollars for employees
Sure.
to hire, to create automations.
Yep.
We're saying we want to create virtual employees.
Sure.
That run on your browser.
Yeah.
Right? And that's Meteor. So like, let's say you want to handle your calendar.
Sure.
Right? Just automate all like meeting creation, based on your emails. Like if you want, some kind of like data entry, just tell Meteor and we'll handle it for you, right?
How is the AI agent interfacing with the actual data? Are you screen scraping, taking screenshots, trying to interpret it that way? Are you doing computer use or interacting with the HTML or API underneath?
Yeah, so we're in alpha right now, so we're trying out a bunch of
Okay.
things. Right now, we're primarily using vision.
Yep.
So we use screenshots.
Sure.
Also helps a little bit with like some of the prompt injection stuff. So
Sure.
definitely, we're primarily using vision, but we've been playing around with a bunch of things.
Very
and
cool.
Yeah, I think we're.
What's
gonna
the
do
best frontier model right now for what you do?
great. Right now, it's probably Claude Sonnet.
Okay.
But we use a mixture of models,
Yeah, of
right?
course.
We use GPT, we use
Yeah.
Claude, we use all of them, and we are state of the art.
Very cool.
Yeah. So.
On
What
the
were you guys
frontier?
doing before YC?
Yeah.
We were at the UW. We were both studying computer science.
Oh,
and
no
we
way.
left to build Meteor.
There you go.
Amazing.
We have a lightning round. Who's your favorite entrepreneur?
It's got to be Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs.
Yeah, gotta
Okay. And how did you
Good
make
one.
your first money online, your first dollar in business
Oh.
or online?
Selling Pokemon cards.
Selling Pokemon cards.
There we go.
Did we all?
There we go.
Got a bucket.
Congratulations on Demo Day. Thank you so much.
How's the race going? First
Oh, yeah.
year college dropouts.
Yeah.
You're here. You're going through YC.
Oh, it's been going great. Yeah, we're both second-time entrepreneurs.
Oh,
We've
no
built
way.
a bunch of
Very cool.
cool shit in the past. That's
First
gone
time
viral.
dropout. Second
First time
entrepreneur.
dropouts. Yeah, unfortunately, you can only do that once.
Yeah, this is all.
No, you could go back and get an MBA and
I
then
disappoint my
drop
Indian
out.
parents
Yeah.
repeatedly.
Yeah,
Like,
you go to med school at 35,
Just
drop
drop
out.
out
What was your
again.
what was your last company?
So he built Maxima, which is an FPGA IDE. That was
Okay.
10 times faster than the industry
Whoa,
standard.
okay.
Serious.
Lots of
Yeah,
stuff.
a lot of code optimization.
Very
I've built
cool.
a bunch of projects at UW that went viral. there.
Awesome.
He almost got kicked out twice.
No
Yeah,
way.
I did,
Okay,
almost.
tell us the story.
Why?
What was the worst thing you did to get
Okay,
kicked out?
so the thing that went most viral was I figured out there was a data leak that allowed students to get access to their professors before UW published it, and I published it within 8 days. They got taken down.
Yeah.
I got called in, but everything's okay now. We're doing
Okay,
great.
everything's
You
okay
made
now.
it. Congrats, guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Good
Nice
luck
to meet you
out
guys.
there.
Yeah,
Good
great
luck.
to meet you so much.
Cheers.
If you see Sundar
Cheers. I'll,
Pichai,
yeah,
just
here we go.
run the other
Yeah,
direction. Just run the other direction.
Thank you
Cheers,
so much,
guys.
guys.
Thanks
Yeah.
for coming on.
We have our
well,
next
so we've
guest
been
coming
trying
on.
not to
Yes.
do handshakes. People are
Yes, they
insistent on
insist on the
handshakes. So we're going to do
handshakes.
handshakes.
We're going
all
to do
day.
handshakes.
All
Okay.
day.
Welcome to the stream. How you doing?
Welcome.
How you doing?
Cheers. It's happening.
Congratulations on a fantastic demo day. Why don't you introduce
pitch already?
yourself?
Yes, we
And
just literally came directly from the stage.
How'd it
fantastic.
go?
We love
How'd
to
it
see
go?
I think it was really good.
You look
yeah.
calm and collected.
Okay, that's good.
Introduce
Yeah.
yourself and the company.
Cool. I'm Haz Hubble. I'm the founder of Pally.
Mm-hmm.
We're bringing every contact and every conversation from every platform into one place.
Okay.
And using AI to help you keep track.
Okay,
I need
iMessage.
that.
How
I
do you
need
get
that.
my
I need
iMessage?
that. Modern work.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
iMessage. There's Signal. There's
There's
XChat.
Slack,
There's
yeah.
LinkedIn. There's email.
Yep,
there's
yep,
personal
yep.
email.
Tell me about it.
There's been a few people that have like tried to crack this. I think like text.com.
Yeah.
highest profile solution.
There was a was Eric Nifkowski, the YC founder,
Yeah.
working on something like this.
Beeper, yeah.
Beeper,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. So what's
lessons from
the
those
unique
companies for sure.
insight and what kind of value do I
Yeah.
get from connecting all these services and giving you all of my data?
Well, one, you don't give us all your data.
Okay.
We do it fully locally on your device.
Okay.
Oh,
with
cool.
on-device LLMs,
Okay.
on-device vector databases, your
Nice.
data remains local, which is amazing for you guys and for us because we
Yes.
don't want to see your data either.
So I have to run it on a computer that's always on, basically.
No, so it's on your MacBook and
Okay.
then it syncs to your iPhone as well.
Okay, but if my MacBook's closed right now, it's not going to sync to my phone.
If it's switched off fully,
Yeah.
it won't sync.
Oh,
but
but
if it's
chilling there,
if it's
it's
chilling
gonna
like
do
that,
stuff?
it's okay.
So
Yeah.
Okay,
never
interesting.
turn off.
Yeah,
That's
but-
what
yeah,
you
it's
got.
off your
Bro,
laptop
you got me
anyway.
locked
Right now, it's
in.
a great
Like, this is
lock-in.
obvious. but realistically, if I really cared about this, I could get a Mac Mini and throw it. And
could
then
do.
it's just running.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. How are you actually scraping? Can you share how you're scraping out of iMessage?
It's very clever.
Okay,
so
it's
I
very
don't,
clever.
I
So
don't
you
really
wanna
want to.
share it? Everyone always has one secret
Yeah.
trick that Tim Cook hates. and good luck to you holding on to that.
What
It's fun, but-
what's the traction been like? What kind of metrics were you
Yeah,
reporting?
I mean, so we launched 2 months ago.
Yep.
Reached Product of the Week on Product Hunt, and
Cool.
have
Oh,
since
let's
grown
go.
to over. Thank you.
Fantastic.
We've since grown to over 3,500 users,
Okay.
125K of ARR.
Ooh, wow.
Whoa,
growing
so
at,
people are
People
really
are paying a
paying.
lot.
yeah, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Growing at 22% week over week.
That's fantastic.
Double kill.
We have some lightning round questions for you. Who's your favorite entrepreneur? Who you learning a lot from?
My favorite entrepreneur of all time
Yeah.
actually would
Anybody.
be like Richard Branson.
Ooh,
And here's
okay.
a fun story. So
Yeah,
when
please.
I dropped out of high school,
Yeah.
and I remember when I was like 14, 15, speaking to my mum about this, I pointed to him as someone who was successful who dropped out.
Yeah.
Actually,
Did he drop out of high school though?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And then 10 years later, I was invited to spend a week on his island with him.
No way, Necker.
And I spent actually time with him on
That's
Necker
cool.
Island. And so it was like a very cool full circle moment.
Totally.
He's been a great like mentor over the years.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Incredible.
Second lightning round question. How did you make your first dollar on the internet or in business?
I was 12 years old and I sold FIFA Ultimate Team coins.
FIFA.
No way.
so like
what,
you could-
what do coins mean in
Basically,
that
it's
context?
like you can buy and sell players and create a team.
Sure.
And I would.
It's like virtual currency
Yeah.
inside the game.
But how I'd do it is I'd find a player, buy up every single version of that player, and then price fix three times higher
Absolute
than
dog.
the like classic price. And so
love
it
it.
made so much money. Definitely illegal in the real world,
Yep.
but on this game it was fair game.
Fair
And
game.
fair game.
Legend.
It's fair
Legend.
play. How's the raise going? How's the
Yeah,
how's
yeah,
the, how's
Yeah,
demo day
I mean,
going?
we're oversubscribed.
Fantastic.
We're still deciding on who to partner with,
Okay,
so
great.
reach out if you want to chat.
Not very
Yeah,
good, but-
not financial advice, but
Thank you so much
super
for
bullish
coming
on you.
This
Guys,
is
thanks so much.
fantastic.
Great to meet you.
You too.
Congrats.
Can't wait to test the product out. We will bring in our next guest, and we are live here from YC Demo Day. Welcome to the stream. I'm John.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
What a direct name. Let me guess. Model Context Protocol, AI, something like that?
Yeah,
What's going on?
yeah,
Introduce yourself. What do you do?
Yeah, my name is Pietro. I'm the CEO of MCPUs.
Okay.
We help people use MCP, of course.
Okay.
We build open source dev tools and infrastructure.
I was
for
going to
MCP.
say, what's the open source strategy?
Yeah, open source, I mean, is a no-brainer.
The strategy is to open source.
Yeah, MIT license, everything is free.
Okay, everything's free, and then there's probably a GitHub repo that's growing and some measured by stars or
Yeah,
something like that.
7K stars.
So there we go. I knew it. Let's hear it for 7K stars. Congrats. And then at some point, do you want to be more like Red Hat, Linux? Like, who are you looking to in terms of well-run? Is it GitLab? Like
Supabase.
Supabase.
Yeah,
Okay. Break down. How will their business model look like yours?
Yeah, because they have a bottom-up approach. They get developers, and then those developers introduce inside the company the tool.
Sure.
And I love it.
And is the goal there to sell a non-self-hosted version long term?
Yes.
Got it.
Like
Okay.
a cloud, you know.
Great.
Yeah.
What else is driving adoption right now? Like, who are the key businesses or customers that are really going all in on MCP?
Enterprise. 20% of
Yeah.
Fortune 500 users. Yeah.
Is there any? Is there any like specific subset of enterprise that's particularly all in on AI or MCP? Like we saw this data point yesterday that when the census polls people, maybe enterprises are less likely to adopt AI. Maybe they got over their skis. But you can imagine that it's different if you're a farmer adopting AI or a large, agricultural conglomerate or a chemical plant or a widgets business versus like your Visa or you're a fintech company, and like AI it's already a digital business. So have you noticed any trends in who your customers are?
Yeah, I think what you said makes a lot of sense. Like tech-forward enterprise are doubling down, like PayPal, these kind of companies, because they have a very software, like they have a very valuable software. MCP allows to expose this software to agents.
Yep.
So they're the ones, doubling down.
How's the raise going?
Very good, very good. We raised 6 already.
What?
$6,000.
$6,000. Wow.
How many times did you have to apply to YC to get in?
Oh, three of them.
Three.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Never give up.
Never give up.
Never give up.
What were you doing?
I was in Zurich, also
Nice.
so far there, and I was doing virtual try-on for e-commerce.
Okay,
miserable.
Cool. Virtual try-on.
Did you just say miserable?
Yeah, I did. It's very, very hard to sell to fashion. Don't do it, founders.
Yeah,
Totally.
it's crazy how many companies have taken that crack. And yet it's just.
But now it's getting better,
Yeah,
Nano
Doji,
Banana.
I think is doing well.
The tech
New
is
York,
better.
very good.
But I mean, you always wonder if it's is that functionality going to live like at Shopify or at an independent enterprise?
What's the AI scene like in Zurich? There's that
I
team
mean,
over at
Zuck's over
Meta.
there poaching
He's
all the
poaching
time,
people.
apparently.
It's great. Zurich is a great
top
place
people.
for talent, like deep research.
That's
and
great.
I think last year you had another Zurich guy.
Yeah.
There we go.
So we're also getting it.
But you're staying in the Bay.
Yeah, we're staying in the Bay.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Woo,
We got a good
America,
one.
play
We
the
got a good
America
one.
Eagle.
We got
There
a
we
good
go.
one.
Thank you. We have a lightning round. We like to ask two questions. First, who is your favorite entrepreneur or someone in business that you look up to?
Yeah, Brian Chesky, I think.
Brian Chesky.
There we go. The
YC alum,
Cheskinator.
no less. And then our second question: how did you make your first dollar online or in business?
Converting an open source user.
Really?
Yeah.
That was when you made
With
your first
MCP
dollar.
use?
No, so I thought it was like an hypothetical question.
No,
Like,
no, no.
imagine-
Literally, like a lot of people, they
When did I do it?
sold records on eBay or they, set up a website for a friend. Everyone has an interesting story of like their first taste of entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Could have just been a job. I don't know.
I think it was an app where people could create picture of their kids.
Oh, yeah?
I made it with a girlfriend at the
No
time.
way.
Right.
Okay.
Cool.
An
Pair
app.
programming. Yeah.
Yeah, and you got your first dollar. Well,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Awesome, guys.
Have a
Thank
great
you
rest
so
of your
much.
demo day.
Have a
Great
great
to
one.
meet you.
Bye.
We will talk to you soon, and we will bring in our next guest at YC Demo Day 2025. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Thank you for hopping on the stream. I'm John. Nice
Great
to meet you. Please introduce yourself. What do you do? What are you building?
Yeah, I'm Pranjali. I'm building Slashy.
What is Slashy?
Slashy is a general agent that connects to your apps.
Okay.
Like your calendar, Gmail, Notion, Slack. It just does stuff for
On
you.
Android, iOS, both?
It's on the browser.
It's on the
And
browser.
yeah.
Okay. So is this a Chrome plugin or are you engaged in the browser wars? Are you going up against Chrome directly?
We're not in the browser wars. We're
Okay.
actually built on APIs.
APIs.
Yeah. No MCP, no browser.
No MCP,
Yeah.
no
Doing it the
browser.
old-fashioned
Okay.
way.
So
Yeah.
does that mean I have to go through like 25 different OAuths to actually log into every single app with
Hmm.
you once, and then you have the freedom to move around with your agents inside
There's ways
my
to
life?
get around it.
Oh,
There's ways
okay.
to get around
Oh,
OAuths. You know,
Secret. Sounds
Google.
like some Sith Lord magic.
Right now, it's very basic. We just don't want to, unleash our power to the world
Of course,
just
of
yet.
course. Well, speaking of power, how powerful is the business
what is
now?
the value? Like, what is the value that you're telling users they'll get out of the product? Is it more B2B focus, more consumer? Where's the focus?
The focus is just to, your 9 to 5, the shit that you don't like doing, and you just like have Sashi do the automating of the repetitive tasks.
So specifically, I have a workflow that I'm doing where I'm going from this document to this app to this calendar to this email, and I do that every single day. And so I'm going to use Slashy to automate that.
Well, yeah, I mean that's
Create
of course
workflows.
Yeah, except Slashy writes the prompt for you and thinks of the edge cases for you as well. And well, one thing you should try on it is people search. I know you're meeting lots of founders today.
Sure.
But yeah, we made a specific template for you for VCs and alike to be like find everything about X founder.
Okay.
Atlassian just bought the browser company. Do you think they're kind of going after a similar opportunity to what you guys are going after?
I think the issue is just it's really hard to build habits around browsers.
Yeah.
It's really hard to get people to use browsers and switch from like what they've already been using.
Yep.
Yeah.
So better to
that's
integrate
it.
at a deeper level.
That's
right?
exactly it.
Yeah.
You really need to just, be like useful and be something that people want to use. Yeah.
So once I authenticate and you're hooked into my digital life, are you going to just automatically detect things that could be workflows? You said you're going to write the prompt to yourself. So you're going to notice that every time I get an email from someone saying, hey, I'd like to meet, I open up LinkedIn and I search them and I go over here and I look at their website, and then you might do that automatically for me in the future?
Yeah,
Is
like
that the goal?
ask Slashy to do one thing and then it'll be like, do you want me to set this up for you every single day?
Fantastic. That's
Nice.
very valuable.
How did you meet your co-founders and what were you guys doing before this?
We met at college, all three of us. I'm 18, freshman. My co-founder is sophomore and then the other one is junior.
Wow.
What school?
Georgia Tech.
Nice.
Yeah, before that I had
And you
another...
guys dropped out?
Sorry?
Dropped out?
Dropped out.
There we go. There you go. Freshman
Sound effect
dropout.
for that.
Freshman dropout.
Didn't make it very far.
How did your parents feel about the dropout?
They're both PhDs. It's it's a little bit of an uphill battle, but they're supportive. So thank you, Mom.
What metrics did you share during your pitch?
What metrics did I share? Well, 40% of the batch uses us.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Growing 30% week over week. 30% of the VCs in demo day are using us for meeting prep.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay,
Crazy.
That's really good.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, you came in with a pretty broad pitch, but you narrowed down really well. I like this. This is
Amazing.
great.
How's the fundraise going?
Fundraise going well. We're almost done with closing.
luck.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Be
That
here,
should
be
make
square,
your
guys.
parents feel a little bit better. It's like,
Yeah,
okay, like she
right.
dropped out,
The
but
cash
she
is in the
raised,
bank.
The
bag's in the river. We have a lightning round. We asked 2 questions. Who's your favorite entrepreneur?
Who's my favorite
Who's
entrepreneur?
someone you look up to?
Elon Musk, Lucy Guo.
There we go. Lucy Guo.
Whoa,
Love
okay.
that.
Wait,
Second
somebody's
question.
asking a question. Freshman dropout on September 9th is wild. Did you
make
go?
it 2
Did you go
days?
for a week,
Wait,
or
did you
were
do
you
a
a
full
freshman
year at
last
Georgia
year?
Tech or not?
I did a year.
Oh,
You did 1 year.
okay.
Okay. It would be funny. And then the last question we ask is, how did you make your first money online? Although normally that's like people much
Like a
younger,
decade ago.
But what was your first introduction to entrepreneurship? Was it this company, or did you make money in some other ways? Some people, did some stuff on eBay or built an app or built a website or something.
I started a company when I was 14 that Lucy Guo funded, actually.
No way. Oh, there we go.
We went through HF0.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. what did you actually do? How'd you make your money? Like what did someone pay you for?
Summarizing research papers.
No way. There we go. Well,
Crazy. All right. Well,
Did you just get
legend
shot
in
by
the
deep research eventually.
legend in the making.
Well, congratulations. Thank you so much for coming on the show. We will talk to you soon. Have a good
Great stuff.
rest of your demo day.
Cheers.
If you are just tuning in, we are live from YC Demo Day 2025, and we are bringing in our next guest. Welcome to the stream. How you doing?
What's
I'm
happening?
John. Please
Nice to
sit
meet you
down.
guys.
Good to meet you.
Talking to that microphone and introduce yourself for the stream. Who are you? What do you do? What are you
Hey
building?
everyone, I'm Anmol. I'm the CEO of Closera, and we build AI agents for commercial real estate.
Ooh, okay.
Nice. Big
What,
industry.
Huge industry.
What part of the commercial real estate stack? The actual transaction? Do you sit on the buyer side, the seller side?
Yeah, it's a great question.
Administration. There's so much that in commercial real estate. right?
Exactly, it's a huge industry.
Yeah.
So, my co-founder and I, our families actually grew up in the commercial real estate space.
cool.
Both our families are developers.
Cool. Thank you. Let's hear it for the developer building. We like
Developers,
to build. It's time to build.
Developers. Usually say that in a different context.
Exactly, yeah. We kind of did a survey of the whole market, and we realized actually the most insane amount of manual tedious, boring work that, of course, can be automated with AI agents is actually done by brokerages. And so that's where we decided to focus.
And so where in the brokerage stack do you say, is this somebody who's they never actually take possession, they're just facilitating the buy and sell?
Yeah,
Is that
exactly.
right?
So
Okay.
our customers are commercial real estate brokers.
Okay.
So both on the buy side and sell side.
Very cool.
And that's where we focus.
Then in terms of we're talking AI agents, are you trying to build an RL environment for some of the other platforms and kind of, throw your own agent on top? Or are you just building like SaaS that pulls the different AI tools off the shelf as needed?
Yeah,
for
it's a great
specific
question.
use? How should I think about the business?
Yeah, so you should think of us as kind of like AI employees. We automate entire end-to-end workflows. And so for commercial real estate brokers, there's 2 workflows in particular that take up the most amount of time and money. And so, for example, one of them is creating sales materials for buying and selling buildings. So today, on average, teams spend about 4 weeks making these materials and spend about $5K in design fees. And with us, they can do that entire process in about 5 minutes.
Very cool.
There we go.
Progress on the
traction.
The traction. How's the raise going? How's demo going?
Yeah, the raise has been great. We were done in 48 hours,
What?
so it was nice. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, I think with raising, it kind of either goes one of 2 ways.
Yep.
It's either like
Trough
you're
of
hot
disillusionment
and
or plateau of productivity.
Exactly. Yeah.
What were you doing right before this?
So I was at Google. So I was a PM working on monetizing Gemini, Notebook LM, and
No
Dio.
way. Oh, very cool.
That helps with
Yeah, you got $200 out of me. Thank you.
Amazing. So that launch was super fun. It was like we were in
it's great.
chats with like Sergey.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Why were you rate limiting us so hard? John was paying 500 and he could.
VO3, I wanted to pay you more. I feel like you weren't monetizing hard enough. Come on, man. You had to get
Yeah,
out of
I
it.
don't work there anymore, but I can text
I'm still
my
going
old
to hold
manager.
you accountable.
Yeah.
We have 2 lightning round questions we like to
Sure.
ask. One, favorite entrepreneur, someone you look up to.
Yeah, I think, classic answer, definitely Steve Jobs. Like reading that biography in middle school is like what got me to want to move to the Valley, go to Stanford, do YC.
The Walter Isaacson book.
Exactly.
Fantastic book. Second question, how did you make your first dollar on the internet?
Yeah, how we made our first dollar on the internet was actually we cold called. So brokers are, they always pick up the phone. And so,
Anything as a kid? Some people like sold eBay or did like websites as a kid. Any stories from childhood?
In high school, I made an app. It was a free app, but it used AI to help the visually impaired.
Oh, no way.
And so
Cool.
basically, this is like pre-multimodal models and stuff, and you could take a photo, and if you're blind, like it would tell you, what you're looking at, like say like a can of Coke or a can of Pepsi.
Wow.
That had users in about 120 countries.
That's amazing.
It was named one of TechCrunch's top AI stories of the year, and was also in a Google commercial with Jeffrey Hinton and Justin Trudeau. So
No way.
that was my first
That's
story.
amazing.
Legend.
Wow, that's a fantastic
Well,
story.
congratulations
Thank you.
on all the progress.
Congratulations on the day.
And good luck out there.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Good
Cheers.
luck
Nice
saying
to
no
meet
to
you,
all the
Thank you.
VCs that couldn't fit in already. 'Cause you're
Yeah.
done.
R.I.P.
Anyway, we are live from Demo Day, YC 2025. We will bring in our next guest whenever they are ready. In the meantime, any breaking news, Jordy? Anything we should run through before we're bringing in the next guest? I think we have our next guest right here. Hey, Josh Browder, how you doing, man?
There we go.
Good to see you.
What's
How you doing? I wasn't expecting you.
How many did you back all the winners already?
No, I'm here mainly for social.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just hanging out.
Just hanging out.
There are some amazing companies here.
There are.
Yeah.
What trends do you like? We heard that last batch was Cursor for everything. This batch is Lovable for everything. Have you noticed any trends?
I'm seeing a lot of boring software AI. I was just speaking
Let's
with
go.
an amazing founder working on waste collection AI software.
Okay.
Let's go.
And you're using
waste
boring
maxing.
and you're using boring as a pejorative or not as a pejorative?
No, I think more of these businesses need to be built.
Yes.
Less jargon.
Yes.
And more boring stuff.
More boring stuff. Just
Yeah.
find a specific.
Yeah,
niche.
I've been impressed with the traction so far. There's been a couple founders that have come on that cool ideas expected to not necessarily have like a bunch of like real traction with businesses and
Yeah, I mean, you've obviously been working in like the application layer of AI for what, a decade or something like that now.
Yeah, I'm getting old.
You're still a Teal fellow, right?
Yes.
Young at heart, but does does this idea of like going after boring kind of vertical SaaS, vertical AI, does that fit with a worldview that maybe like we're not just going to get the foundation model labs to one shot every single business opportunity, and in fact it is a great time to build a niche business?
I think that there's opportunities that are a bit beneath the foundation models. You're seeing them now get into like coding and things like that, but those are huge opportunities. They're not going to go into waste management.
I agree.
And so you can build 100 million, 200 million business doing this sort of stuff.
I looked at Fiji Simo when she became the CEO of applications at OpenAI. She had 5 things that she was going to knock down, and it was like, knowledge retrieval, health, coaching, some shopping stuff, talent, coding, but then waste management's not on that list. And so I think you're safe for a little bit. Anyway,
what's happening in your business that's exciting? I imagine there's every time the models get better, your product gets better.
Yeah, I think you constantly have to be innovating. We're like always worried about what the big companies are doing to detect our AI robots. There are now SaaS startups that detect our robots.
Sure.
So
as
we're
a
trying
service.
to be, exactly. Anti-robots as a service. Fortunately, we're more motivated than the average like Comcast SaaS vendor. So we stay ahead. And then on the product side, when Do Not Pay started, it was just like templates. Now you could just ask ChatGPT to generate a template. So we're trying to go deeper, try and go more in the background. And build really exciting things.
Yeah. Have you been talking to founders about where prices are sitting? Do you have any sense of what a median valuation is for this round or high end of the batch pricing? I remember when I went through raising at like 12 was great.
I think any company raising below 20, there's like a problem with it.
Oh, really?
So I think 20 is now the baseline.
20 is the base, and then at high end, what would you say? It's 40, 60?
I mean, some
like
even 100.
100 already?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm here to meet 100 people at once, and then I can relax. I'm very introverted, so this is my one social event of the year. So
wait,
one of the year,
but there's
just
4.
We got 4 batches. You got to keep some
this
in
is
the
my
tank.
first YC demo day. It's amazing. You can just meet everyone.
It's great. Yeah. We've been doing a lightning round with everyone that comes on the stream today. Favorite entrepreneur, someone you look up to. Who comes to mind?
I guess in this batch, there's an amazing founder from Kazakhstan, Nozomio. I think that's the name of his company. His name's Arlen. He's just such a hustler. I'm not an investor in his company, but I wish I was.
What about throughout history? History's greatest entrepreneurs. Who sticks out to you?
I think
read the
Larry
biography.
Ellison. Larry Ellison is an inspiration. He's very kind of pricing focused. Did your other guests say that?
No one said Larry Ellison
yet,
but we've been talking about Larry for a long time. As a deeply underrated founder, just a fantastic.
An absolute animal.
An animal.
Oracle will sue its customers. They're so focused on money.
Also, the fact that he's just like never really sold and like really just the position that he has in that company is just remarkable. There's just a bunch of things. Also, he just looks great at his age. You can just tell that like a lot of things are going right.
There's a headline from the LA Times in June 29th, 2000. Called Oracle defends its spying on Microsoft as public service.
I love it.
They also called it their civic duty.
That's great. The other lightning round question, this one would be fascinating for you, is how did you make your first dollar ever on the internet?
So I was jailbreaking phones
There we go.
and selling themes on Cydia. So this was before the days when the Apple operating system allowed you to change Apple icons.
Yeah.
And so I would sell a Disney theme. And this was like a complete copyright violation because I'd take all of Disney's IP and make it, but I guess they weren't detecting it. And it was very lucrative.
Yeah. How old were you at the time?
Maybe like 13.
13.
And there's different waves. So
Disney's worst nightmare.
So I was in the jailbreaking wave, and then there was the Minecraft wave.
Okay.
Then there was the
What was
sneaker
that?
bot
How are
wave.
people making money on Minecraft?
Minecraft server businesses.
Okay, so you set up a server.
So that was Adam
people
Guild's
paid.
generation with
Okay.
Owner. That's
yeah.
Wonder founder, the
Yeah.
amazing TBPN sponsor.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were making money with servers.
Yeah.
Then there were sneaker bots,
Yep,
and that's
I
the
remember
WAP
that.
founders.
Yep.
And now
What's next?
Fortnite? Anything in Fortnite?
I think it's like Roblox.
Roblox.
You see a lot of
Roblox.
kids doing well on
Generation from
Roblox. Yeah.
Fascinating.
People that are printing on Roblox today will be here in 5 years.
Or maybe just SaaS startups. I mean, there's like a 12-year-old who's viral on X with his
Yeah.
stock.
In a few years,
subscribe
it's
to
going to
his
be like,
product to be nice.
I don't even mess
There you
around
go.
with the video
Yeah.
games. I just went straight to enterprise
Yeah.
SaaS
Yeah,
at
there you
age
go.
12. My first
Incredible.
dollar,
Yeah.
a business deal between me and Oracle.
Yeah.
Me and Larry.
to build out a new data center. Anyway, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks
the
for
stream.
having me.
Yeah,
Have a
great to
great
see you.
day.
Have fun out
Enjoy
there.
Demo Day. If you're just tuning in, we are live from YC Demo Day 2025. Nice to meet you. I'm John.
to meet you.
Pleasure.
What's
Welcome
happening?
to the stream.
Great to meet you.
Please introduce yourself for the stream.
All right.
Who are you? What are you building?
Okay,
How's Demo Day
awesome.
going?
Yeah. Hi. Do I look at you or
Yeah,
do I look
whatever
at the
you
camera?
want.
Okay, I'm gonna look at you.
Fantastic.
I'm Anson. We're building Normal, and we're automating hardware testing and compliance.
Hardware testing and compliance. Any specific verticals? Are we talking like semiconductors, rockets, spaceships, cars?
Yeah, we're starting with like robotics and drones and
Okay.
any electrical components that have like a radio
Yeah.
part to it. So
Yeah.
that's mostly it. Yeah.
So there's like a test stand where you need to actually see does the motor work and pick up the robotic arm.
Yeah,
moving.
basically.
And it needs to be, and there's someone there testing that robotic motor. Like every day they get a new robotic arm, they test it, and then they need to put that into some sort of database to manage, and you kind of provide the software suite that they interact with on the day-to-day
So
basis.
awesome
Is
when
that
you
right?
pitch it back to me.
Okay, but that is
It's
what you're
good.
doing? Okay,
Yeah,
fantastic.
It's very similar to that. So
Okay.
basically, as people are trying to build more hardware
Yep.
and try to build more hardware here, a lot of the testing infrastructure is either overseas or it's
Sure.
not like very nice to deal with. It's
Sure.
kind of like working with the IRS a little
Okay.
bit. So just kind of streamlining the process so that as teams go through and like they build this like wonderful robot or a wonderful like drone like subassembly, they're able to actually get that tested in like a facility and through a process that is like deserving of the thing that they've made.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who are you selling to right now? Do you want to start with like go figure out how to work with big manufacturing, the big automaker OEMs and primes or
Yeah.
startups? Like who's the ideal customer to work with at this stage?
Yeah, so the people that we're working with now are mostly like early stage startup
Sure.
companies. So if anybody's watching, like we'd love to work with you.
Okay.
So yeah, mostly drone,
Sure.
robotics, toys,
Toys, that's cool.
cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything with like a RF component.
Okay, great.
We're helping out.
How's Demo Day going? Did you share any sort of headline KPI or news on the raise?
Yeah, we're wrapped up, so this is kind of like
let's go.
nice.
It's a celebratory stream.
Yeah.
We don't need to be.
Oh,
We've
and
been talking. We should get back to building.
Yeah. So this is my co-founder.
Oh.
He couldn't be. He's outside, so we're just
He's on the
gonna
show.
we're gonna
What's-
put him
what's
on the
his-
stream.
what's his name?
His name is Hudza. Yeah.
Great to meet
Wait,
you,
I've
Hudza.
seen him on X. He had some wild post just yesterday I was watching, and he was wrong about something. I need to put him in the truth zone. I got to debate him. Bring him in.
Come on.
I don't remember anything other than that he was wrong. I just
right.
remember seeing his post and being like, he's
What
wrong.
about
But I do love his
traction?
post.
What
It's
about
very funny.
traction though? What were you guys able to
Yeah,
do?
what did
in
you share?
in the-
Yeah, so we launched 3 weeks ago, and we
Okay.
have 35K in revenue. So
That's so fast.
So it's
3 weeks. Congratulations.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Thanks. Yeah.
And then the race wrapped up. We do have a lightning round. We've been asking
Okay,
everyone
hit me.
2 questions.
Okay.
First is, who is your favorite entrepreneur, someone you look up to? Can be anyone.
favorite founder.
Favorite founder.
Can I say
throughout history? Anybody.
Sir John A. Macdonald,
Who's that? John A.
first
McDonald.
Prime Minister of Canada.
Okay.
Oh
Did he start a
wow!
company?
Started a
Is he
did
an
he?
entrepreneur?
Did he?
Start
He
Canada.
started Canada?
Started Canada.
There we go.
Okay.
Let's
Okay. We
give
don't
him-
have any buttons for Canada.
Yeah,
here.
I this is somewhat
No buttons for
un-American.
Canada.
I don't know if I can fully endorse it, but it's outside the box, and I appreciate it for that reason. The second question is, how did you make your first dollar on the internet or in business? Like as a kid, did you do
man.
anything interesting? Some people set up websites. Some people.
I
do
taught
those
kids how to argue.
Okay.
Like-
Wait, what?
No way.
Argue lessons?
No way.
Arguing lessons?
Argue, debate.
Okay, debate. Okay, debate. Okay.
Yeah.
And so they'd pay you like on an hourly basis.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
There you go.
That's great.
There
Well,
you go.
watch out. Don't get in an argument with her.
Yeah.
She's
Congrats
pro.
on
Professional arguer.
Congrats on getting the round done, and thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah.
for coming
If
on.
you're
Can
if
we
your
do like a
co-founder,
handshake?
Of course.
yeah, if your co-founder wants to debate John too, send it.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
I'll bring him in right after.
I don't remember what he said, but I
But
know
I'm
he's
angry
wrong.
about it. I'm ready to
He said
debate.
something wild.
Nice,
What was that of all time? Oh, favorite entrepreneur of all time is what
Of
we're
all
going to be
time.
asking.
Okay.
Thank you. We are clarifying our questions. We will talk to you soon. Have a great rest of your day. We are live.
Breaking news from the
we have breaking news.
timeline. There is now a $2,000 iPhone. It's the iPhone 17 Pro with 2 terabytes.
2
of storage.
terabytes, $2,000 iPhone dropped. Welcome to the stream. Nice to meet you.
What's
I'm John.
happening? Jordy, nice to
Aiden,
meet you.
pleasure. Will you be picking up the $2,000 iPhone? It just dropped minutes ago.
Oh.
This is breaking news.
I'm probably sticking with my.
You're good. He's sticking with his
short
old
the
one.
stock. Short the stock.
I feel like the incremental
What's
improvements.
going on? This is a
It's
disaster.
below his
Pretty
line.
small.
Yeah, we
recently.
look
Yeah,
to
yeah.
YC founders as the future, the tastemakers. If they're not adopting the latest and
welcome to the
greatest, what's going
show.
to happen?
Welcome to the
Introduce
show.
yourself. What do you
Yeah.
do? What are you building?
So I'm Aiden, the CTO of FEGov.
Cool.
We're doing the AI operating system for local governments,
Okay.
starting with the 311 in a box.
311. What do you? Is that information hotline?
Yeah,
What's
it's the informational counterpart to 911.
Okay, yeah.
So interestingly, only around 2% of cities have a 311 line, even though every city has 911.
Yeah, yeah.
And what we're doing with our first product is creating a 24/7 call center that's available to anyone from if you're in San Francisco, or if you're in like a city of 10,000 in the middle of Iowa, like you should have the same level of service.
So you call
available to you.
311, it automatically routes you to your service, and then if I'm in my city, it'll give me information. Obviously everyone knows the textbook 911 call. If someone's breaking into my house. What's the textbook 311 call?
Yeah, I think
like, is this road open, or when does the trash pickup come? Stuff like that.
type of
Stuff like that. It definitely varies a lot more city to city. So we're live in Florida and we're taking calls about alligators roaming around the city. So
and it can kind of
pretty
route,
interesting.
and I'm sure you've set the system up so that you can route to 911 if you need to,
Absolutely,
or right to animal control, kind of
Yeah.
sit above the rest of the stack of all the different city services.
Yeah, and that's kind of why we started with this, is because it gives us a really great insight into what are the calls and services that the city's providing. So now we can go down and actually handle these workflows end to end with our agents.
What's the secret to actually having like high NPS? I imagine that like people are not very happy with robot phone trees. You're literally in the clanker business. You're like you're the meme of like when the clanker picks up.
Phone trees are
they've been terrible for decades.
But this is conversation.
This is potentially better. So what's the secret?
Most people don't realize they're talking to an AI.
They don't.
No.
Okay. Why is
this
that?
the cure for male loneliness?
Are you building on top of a particular foundation model or specific APIs that just sound so good?
Yeah.
Who are you using? How do you piece things together to make it great?
Yeah, we're using a voice from Vappy. That's just we've trialed out a bunch of different
What
voices.
company?
Vappy. Yeah, another YC company.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Is that in this batch?
No, they're I think winner 24.
Okay. We'll have to check them out.
But yeah, we just trial all these different voices, and this one has a bunch of stutters and makes it sound super natural.
Okay, so it just feels completely natural. Got it. Very cool.
Traction.
Yeah.
You've been lining up cities.
Yeah,
You've been driving around. All over.
What did you share? Do you share like an ARR or just like number of cities? Like what's the headline number that you shared today?
We shared live in one city and 80K ARR. So
80K ARR, not
two
bad.
contracts that have yet to go live, but we
but,
signed them.
But in the pipeline.
Let's
Fantastic.
go. Let's go.
We have
so
a
you're
lightning-
charging? Is this 40K per city effectively?
60K and then 20K. Yeah.
No way. Yeah. I mean, I can imagine this replaces, potentially replaces a job or makes somebody a lot more high leverage. And if you want like round the clock coverage on a helpline, which I'm sure these cities don't offer, but even if you're offering like a work day, that's just somebody who has to sit there.
I would flip it around and just be like, if I'm the mayor and I'm charging every single person in my city some sort of property tax, and I'm taking in millions and millions of dollars, and my citizens can't get information, but for whatever price he's charging, I can offer this service to my population.
It's very
They're going to be
valuable.
like, wow, the city feels so much more responsive. Like when that tree fell down on my street, I was able to just dial 311 and send it to the right thing instead of like going to an archaic website.
It's an interesting execution challenge where you can literally create a database of like every potential buyer for your product and then just hound them on day one and then hound them. Like it's not like a mystery of like who are we going to sell to?
Oh,
It's
there's
like,
the perfect client doesn't know. I don't even know that they're in the market. No, it's like who's in the market. That's
we're
great.
doing kind of a state by state go to market motion.
Sure.
Because a lot of the first question they'll ask us is, okay, what other cities in Florida are using you?
that makes
Because they
sense.
can also do this thing called piggybacking, where they literally just copy and paste the contract from a neighboring city.
No way.
So that's kind of little hacks like this. I think will help us conquer the GovTech market, where historically it's been hard to break in, but now we have this AI. Obviously,
land and expand.
Yeah.
How's the fundraise going?
It's good. We're around 3/4 done.
There you go.
On
There you go.
We have a lightning round that we've been doing. Who is your favorite entrepreneur of all time? Someone you look to for advice.
Peter Thiel.
First person to say PT.
Mr. Thiel.
Second question. How did you make your first dollar on the internet or in business?
Flipping Supreme T-shirts.
There we go.
How did you acquire? Did you have bots that would buy them?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
into the bot game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bot game. Very
When it was like during my lunch in high school, so I would just like
During lunch?
monitor the site and
the situation.
monitoring the situation.
I love it. Thank you.
Amazing.
So much for coming
Congrats on all the progress.
We'll talk to you
Super-
soon.
super
Have
bullish.
a good rest
Cheers.
of your day.
Thanks, guys.
We'll talk to you soon. If you are just tuning in, we are live from YC Demo Day 2025. We will bring in our next guest when we're ready. Here we go. The
we got
demo that you've been
metal.
waiting for. You all have been waiting. Will they bring a massive block of metal onto the stream?
That
The
thing looks
answer is
heavy.
yes.
Great to see you.
The answer is yes. Great to see
Dude,
you.
you got
How
a little
you doing?
workout on the way in
Look
there.
at this.
How many pounds is that?
No clue.
No clue. Is
A
this
lot.
I borrowed it from Astranis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, did you sell it to them and then you borrowed it back, or is this just theirs?
This is theirs.
Okay, but
They wanted
it's
to help the
illustrative.
cause. Yeah.
Okay, it's illustrative.
It's an art.
So yeah, why is this sitting here? What do you do? Introduce yourself. Who are you?
Yes, my name is Zane. I'm the founder of Knox Metals,
Okay.
and we cut metal. So
Okay.
we're trying to build the most efficient metal service centers in America to empower every factory in America to work with better margins and to move faster.
Okay, there's a lot of ways
He's
to cut
doing the
metal.
meme. He's doing the meme.
Yeah,
He's doing the meme.
he's doing
He's
the meme.
reindustrializing. Also, to be clear, this is Zane from X.
Yes.
You probably, if you're on
Famous poster.
the Everything app, you've seen him
Yeah,
before.
you've seen
He's been on the show via his posts many times before.
Yeah,
So it's
I
great.
remember
It's great to finally.
I've been printed a few
Printed?
times.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
that's
You're a
OG.
print era.
That
You're
was
a
fun.
true OG.
I remember one time I was watching
Yeah.
TBPN, and I was like, for some reason, it was, like, I had to go somewhere, and I was like, I just skipped to the print section. So you guys would print the best tweets,
Yeah,
and I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
who they got today?
There's you.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Okay, so there's a lot of ways to cut metal. Hadrian's doing a bunch of CNC machines. There's other people that are doing additive stuff. We've talked to 3D printing guys who build the metal structures up. What is your specific like put it in like Lego terms for me? Like how are we actually cutting this metal?
Okay, so to be clear, we would sell this to Hadrian.
Yeah.
To someone like a Hadrian.
Okay.
What we do is we buy big billets, usually the size of an F-150.
Okay.
Put it on our saw, which is about the size of 4 F-150s.
Wow.
And then we band saw cut it.
Yep.
And then we sell like.
And then it
blocking
can
this.
go into a CNC machine.
Yeah.
It
so
fits into a CNC.
Yeah. If you want to make an F-18 part,
Wow.
component for your washing machine, you name it.
This is incredibly deep in the stack. I love it.
So like the operation's really simple.
Yeah.
What we're working on is like the complex operations of the factory. Like I'm sure you guys know
I
the cliche.
never want to hear anyone say Y Combinator just does consumer apps anymore. Look at this.
This is pure metal.
This is insane. It's so
And
many
it's the
steps
challenge.
away
It's the
from
challenge. So
mobile,
it's not.
social,
It
local
seems
app.
like obviously like it's not easy to just cut through metal, but it seems like that's relatively solved.
Yeah.
What you're trying to solve is like the efficiency in the factory,
Yeah.
because even if you make this block, then how do you get it? How do you store it? How do you
You nailed it. So like the metal service industries is like $300 billion these guys do a year. Like if you're a metal
Whoa.
service center, that's the total of the market.
Yeah.
we strongly believe that they are.
Yeah, John, lift them. Actually, it's going to destroy. No, it's going to destroy his suit. We need it for tomorrow.
I can pick it up.
We basically strongly believe that they have a ton of overhead and lack all the technology in the world that
Okay.
puts a tax on every metal sold in America.
Yep.
That's why you're seeing more metal bought from the USA or bought from China.
Yeah, coming in. Yeah,
like I
we've
worked
heard
in like
about that.
like a small PE shop,
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
everyone I talked to, they're like, "Okay, how do we get stuff in from China?"
Yeah.
So like we want to
PE shop, like private equity?
Yeah.
Okay.
We want to like reindustrialize the
Oh,
metal
that was the
service
plan.
center later.
Okay, yeah. So how much of the value is just there's going to be a bigger buy American wave. There might be more regulations, more tariffs, and so it makes more sense now to do this work in America versus you think that you could long term go toe to toe against a Chinese metal shop and just with better workers, better automation, better technology, you will just have a better product even in a completely level economic playing field.
Exactly. And like the key thing you said there is product. And what is product? The factory, right?
Yeah, the
so
factory.
everything that goes into it, procurement,
Yep.
inventory management, like you
Okay.
said, estimating.
Yep.
So how do we get blocks, the cheapest block to any factory in America next day?
Yep.
That's the goal.
Got it. We have a lightning round that we've been doing. First question. Who's your favorite entrepreneur
Alex Karp.
of all time? Alex Karp. We've had him on the show last week. I think that's
Bold.
a great pick.
Bold. Good pick.
Second, how did you make your first dollar online or in business?
My dad had a machine shop and he made me scrub the floor. I was 14 years old.
No way.
Yeah.
Family business. Let's
80,000
go.
square foot facility.
the Eagles
One
sound.
man in the mob.
Incredible. Wait, how's the fundraise going?
Oh,
Here, you
but
guys talk. I'm going to try and lift this.
it's good. We closed like, we had like an initial goal and we closed that, but
It's so heavy.
There we go.
Let's go. Come on. There you go.
Just break the table.
Yeah.
It's liftable. It's liftable.
All right, it's liftable.
I would put that at over 100 pounds.
Yeah, and it's such an awkward.
My guess
size.
was 97.
97. Okay.
Yeah.
So
No, fundraising's going well. We had an initial goal. We got there, and now seeing some more interest. So thinking about raising some more just
Fantastic.
to have a bit more runway and move faster.
Count me in, Chad. Count me in. I'm riding with you.
All right, let's do it.
Let's
Cut the
ride.
check.
Well, thanks so much for coming.
I know. I
in.
should have brought my physical checkbook.
Thanks, guys.
That's such
Thanks,
a missed
John.
opportunity. Great to see you, dude. You're a legend.
Good luck with that. What a terrible prop. Anyway, okay. Whew, that was fun. I think I broke a sweat. This was not the right move.
Yeah, I was trying to
Anyway,
warn you.
Thank you so much for coming on the stream. How
Well,
you
it's
doing?
happening. Great to see you.
Okay.
I brought my
Jordan,
tiny
You brought your own
Jordan,
medal.
This one's
Okay.
for you. I lifted one. How are you doing? Okay.
Okay,
So
I
we
can do
both
it.
lifted the metal cubes
We did.
today.
We did.
We
Are
both
you
checked
in?
the
Are you in
box.
Knox? You did Knox,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Nice.
we invested in
Yes,
Knox.
introduce yourself for the stream.
Hello,
For those who don't
everyone.
know.
My name is Paige Findordi. I'm the founding partner behind Genius Ventures. We invest in technical storytellers at their earliest chapters.
Very cool.
And you wrote a children's book on venture capital. You're
Yes,
introducing
Yeah.
introducing
Okay,
venture
break
capital
that.
to the children. Are you getting paid out by Anthropic in the lawsuit? Did you see this?
Oh, no, I haven't
You gotta go
checked.
check. You gotta go check
I
on
gotta
that.
check my mailbox.
You might have a few $1,000 waiting for you. You can roll that into the fund.
Wait, that would be. I gotta check my email.
Maybe.
What's your reaction to Demo Day?
Oh my gosh, it's
the prices
electric.
are too low, right?
The-
That's what
you
most
know-
Most people have been saying, I don't feel
Every-
comfortable investing. The prices are just
It's
too low.
suspiciously low. It's
Suspiciously low.
suspiciously low. It's like when
Suspiciously
you go
low.
on when you go on
It's
Temu.
discounted.
When you go on Temu and there's like $12 couch and you're like, how can a couch be $12? You're like, how can this clearly $1 billion company be worth $60 million?
Let me tell you, the energy is electric
It is.
today. It's been so fun bumping into friends. My friend, shout out Casey Caruso, she
Yeah.
brought me bone broth to pregame the day.
No way.
Yeah,
Bone
yeah.
broth.
I drove over in the Waymo.
This is the SF lock-in
It was-
right here.
it was
Do you
awesome.
remember when I explained bone broth to you for the first time?
No.
I think I said something like protein tea or something like that.
Oh,
yeah.
It
That
really
got
is.
me. Yeah, it's like a
bone broth. You mean like
nature's protein shake.
Yeah, it's like
Like a protein
yeah, it's
tea.
like
yeah, because you warm it up. We warmed it up and we drank half a gallon on the stream one day. It's fantastic.
You guys gonna do a mukbang of all the bone broths?
Well, we are completely
Aligned with Kettle and
Yeah,
Fire.
we're aligned with Kettle and Fire because
Yeah.
we're buddies with Justin Mayer. So
Okay, that's fair.
we cannot be we cannot be impartial when it comes
So
to
what's the
impartial.
strategy going into Demo Day for you? You had already invested, deployed.
So we looked at a bunch of companies, but actually the story on Knox was pretty unique. Zane and I met probably 4 years ago when I was fundraising for my first fund, and at the time he was working at a firm and they were like buying and selling machine shops, and then we just stayed in touch over that time. And I would send him like some of our manufacturing investments. Like we have a company in Maneva, and I would send that to him for his thoughts on manufacturing. And then I saw on LinkedIn he was posting he got into IC, and I was like, dude, like this is amazing. And then we hopped on a call. I was really excited by what they're building. Really fits into the reindustrialization of America, the whole American dynamism.
Yeah.
And I actually was on my friend's roof last night. We were talking, and she was just like, if you just like love company, you just like gotta go in. And I remember being like, okay, I gotta call Zane and be like, yo, please, like I really want to be a part of this journey. And he was like, yeah, we would love to have you be a part of it. So I sent the wire this morning.
Fantastic.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. You don't want to wait until the end of the day. You know.
No.
We've been doing a
What's gonna
lightning
happen.
round with everyone. Who is your favorite entrepreneur of all time? Who is the genius behind Genius Ventures?
But that's so hard. The first name that popped into my head was Jerry Lopez, who's a surfer, Zen master, philosopher. I feel like very much not in like the tech
But
world,
founder of his movement.
yeah. And what I love about him is he just has this incredible sense of grace, riding super aggressive waves, and then took that
You're
same
speaking
sense
Drury's
of
language here.
took that same sense of grace into
He gets
building
barreled?
companies.
He gets barreled a lot?
Oh, he gets barreled.
Oh yeah, I know all about getting barreled. I've learned this shore break.
Yeah,
Short
John,
break,
John,
reef
John,
break.
John, I teach John about
Point
surfing.
break?
Every time we see the ocean, I explain This is a beach break. That would be a point break.
It's great. Second question
Learning.
of our lightning round.
Okay.
How did you make your first dollar online or in business? Did you do anything crazy as a kid or early on?
Yeah, I tutored.
Okay.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like the first dollar. Oh, you know what it is? Okay, so my mom is an impressionist artist, Kim Doherty Art. My brothers and I, when we were camping, we would go and sell her art cards in the campground when we were like 5.
Captive audience.
Yeah, it was like 7, 5, and a 3-year-old going around being like, "Can you buy our art cards?"
unfair.
And like, I became an amazing salesperson
That's
through that
great.
experience.
Yeah, now you're
'Cause-
selling money.
Yeah.
Where are you on Fund 2 now? What's the update on the fund?
Mm-hmm. Yep, we're wrapping up our last couple investments in Fund
Fantastic.
2. So we have 2 more to go.
Very exciting.
Nice.
More to come soon.
Big announcements. Big announcements
Big announcements
on the way.
soon. Yeah.
Well, come on the show. We'll ring the gong.
We'll ring the gong. We don't have our gong with us, but
Do we
we'll
have a
save
gong
it.
sound effect today or no? I don't think so.
Barely. No,
Yeah,
we
do?
don't. We don't.
Wait,
Fortunately, no.
Ben is
Okay,
saying we
well,
do have a gong
the
sound
claps
effect. Anyway,
are okay.
The gong we will save for a proper announcement.
here we go.
Okay, I like that.
There we go.
Anyway.
Make sure to send us any founders you like.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
have fun
I
out
will.
there.
Please, let
Thank
them
you
know.
so much
We
for
are
having
open
me
for
on.
business. Thank you
It was
for
a
coming.
pleasure seeing both of you.
It was a pleasure.
Great
We
to
will
have
see
you.
you soon. If you're watching live, we are at YC Demo Day, and we have our next
It's
guest on the
Orange
stream. Welcome to the
Slice.
stream.
Hi.
Orange
Coming in
Slice.
hot.
That's a fantastic jacket.
Oh, thank you. Thank
sweatshirt.
you.
Introduce yourself. Who are you? What are you building?
Yeah, so hi, my name is Vihar, and we're building Orange Slice. We're basically AI search infra to help you find customers that already want your product.
Okay, I'm so distracted by it's oranger than the YC orange.
I know,
really
I was scared.
You
I
went
would
orange
blend
for
in.
orange, and you
One
won.
for orange
You
and
won.
It's actually crazy. Okay, so give me the pitch for the company at the customer level.
Yeah.
Like, who's buying and why?
Yeah, so we take all the data in the internet and we figure out, okay, out of your customers, who actually needs your product today? And we we tell you, hey, these are the people that need it today.
Okay.
And that's the people you reach
There's
out
so
to.
many products.
So
Though,
is
where
this,
are you
is this
starting?
for other
B2B sales
companies?
teams,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
B2B sales teams. Okay.
So we can track your total addressable market, whatever's in your CRM, whoever you're talking to.
Yeah.
We figure out, okay, who needs your product today? What have they been posting? What have they been filing?
Yeah.
What is maybe a new blog is out that indicates they need something from you guys?
Smart. So
But
it's always on.
It's always
monitor.
on. Let's see who actually wants you instead of
How old were you when you realized you wanted to build agents for the enterprise?
That's a great question. I think that's a fantastic question. Really started really young, but
yeah.
no.
5 years old. I woke up. I spawned into the world and I said, I must
I have
sell
to help
SaaS.
enterprise
No, what were
go-to-market
you doing
teams.
before this?
I was basically hacking in college, but I was an investment banker at JP Morgan.
Oh, let's go. Let's
so
go.
complete 180.
This is just fantastic.
And then did you was that like summer internship?
Summer
And then
internship.
Did you drop out?
Yeah, and then I graduated, thankfully.
Oh wow,
One of the few.
Contrarian.
Not
Contrarian. I'm
traditional
super
background.
bullish.
Here we
Yeah.
go.
I liked college. It was fun,
that's
right?
great.
No, I know it's a good time.
That's great. We've been doing a lightning round, asking 2 questions.
Wait, no.
First up-
Before
wait,
the lightning
sorry,
round,
please.
how much money are you making right now?
Oh, that's true. Oh, so we're at like 53K MRR. So we make
let's
That's
go.
really
a bit more than what is that? 600,000 a year.
Yeah, that's great.
About so.
Ramen profitable?
Yeah, of course. We got like
Fantastic.
90%
Let's go.
margins. So we're printing
Fantastic.
cash.
That's great.
Printing. Let's go.
But
Let's go.
This is just the start, though.
That's great.
The round's closed.
Yeah, the round is
Oh,
closed,
no.
unfortunately. But if you always,
Let us in.
I think for you guys we can make room. For you guys we can make room.
They're gonna keep booing unless you let the sharks in.
When you say us, you mean we can do it.
If it's super
SPV
strategic,
and bring
you know.
in, 25 mil from QIA and Pyongyang.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. This makes a ton of sense,
Yeah.
and I can see why it's ripping. Lightning round.
Yeah, well, I have one more question. So I'm selling a business-to-business product, and I get some sort of alert from you saying, "Hey, there's a new customer." And are you focused on a person or a company?
We're focused on the company level.
company
We do
level.
both. So we'll
Yeah.
track all the executives at the company.
Yeah, and see
that
where
could be the
person
one.
goes. But you
who
say
could-
this is the company, and then
this is
then
also
it's my
the
job.
person. This is the person that
Who
owns-
might be the internal champion.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay.
All of that stuff.
Cool.
A crazy idea for you. So you guys sell to a company, you detect a customer for that company, you partner with Tesla Optimus to actually deploy a robot to go have a steak dinner
there
with
we
the
go.
end customer and close the loop, and then pick up the commission on that deal. I think you got to go full stack.
Yeah.
Full stack.
No, totally. And that's one of the biggest reasons we haven't done the end of the stack yet. Like people sell in so many different ways.
Well, and a lot of people are just like fighting and competing over the end of the stack with a bunch of slop.
Yeah,
right?
I don't want
It's
I don't want any
it's
more emails in my inbox.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Please.
And so all you need to do is serve the person, serve the lead up at the right time, and then let a steak expert take it all away.
Yeah. I mean, it's beautifully anti-slop because the human's just in the loop at the right point. I don't really care if you misidentify someone and I click on a website. I'm like, actually, they're out of like the core value prop right now, or maybe I'll deal with that one later. Like that's fine. Fantastic. So lightning round. 2 questions. Who is your favorite entrepreneur of all time?
Oh, that's a good one. I don't actually know that many entrepreneurs in general.
Someone that you read a biography of or look up to, or maybe just saw a recent interview with and thought was, hey, I could learn something from them.
He's Lisan Al-Gaib of Enterprise SaaS. He doesn't need it's a blank slate. He doesn't need any influence.
Well, honestly, I don't think I don't draw that much inspiration just because I think the biggest motivating factor, and this might be contrarian, is not actually inspiration, but like the fear of mediocrity of it not working out has been way bigger for us. That's the biggest reason I don't have that much inspiration. But Eric from Ramp, my co-founder used to work at Ramp. So, I mean, they are absolutely killing it.
Royal Flush,
you picked one. You picked a legend from the modern era.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you can't not like what he's doing.
Yeah.
Future Hall of Famer.
Yeah, 100%.
Second
and then
question.
last one.
How did you make your first dollar on the internet or in business?
Oh man, first dollar would have to be in like elementary school. I used to like do origami of like folding up like ninja stars for like other people.
Nice.
And then I used to sell it on like the school bus of like I had half an hour in the morning and then half an hour at the end to do all my sales. And then you go home and you just keep folding the rest of the day. I remember having so many paper cuts when I started.
Damn, just fingers bleeding, being like just one more
You're just
ninja
like
star.
prospecting. I see the kid in the second row. They need a ninja star.
Yeah.
They're ready for a ninja
You had
star.
to go to a dark place for this ninja star.
Yeah, exactly.
They're ready for a ninja star. Anyway, thank you so much for coming on.
Congrats on all the traction.
Of course.
Are you gonna go? Are you gonna hang out for the rest of the day? Or are you gonna go?
Yeah. Always like to chat with sort of cool founders. And
awesome.
Thanks for doing this, guys.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
Fantastic.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll find you
talk to
after.
soon.
Cheers.
See ya.
Good to meet you.
Talking to you guys.
Let's bring in our next guest. We have the co-founder of Fall. Who we have?
Here he
Welcome
is.
to the stream. How you doing? Good to see you in person.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the stream.
Good to meet.
What's up, Jordan?
What's happening?
Introduce yourself for the stream really quickly. Welcome to YC Demo Day.
Great shirt, by the way.
Thank
Look
you.
at this.
All right.
We just talked to a founder that made their first money flipping Supreme box logo
There you go.
T-shirts.
There you go.
That's right.
There you go. Yeah, I'm decked out in fall swag.
Yeah, but
Hats,
the GPU poor. Are you
t-shirts.
guys GPU poor anymore?
Well, I have a GPU rich hats too.
Okay.
I gotta give you guys some.
Yeah.
So I'm one of the co-founders of Fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
My
Also,
name is
one of
Burkai.
our latest sponsors.
Yes.
Of TBPN.
Yeah,
It
we're
makes this
pumped.
possible. So thank you.
Corporate
for everything you do.
media.
Give us your reaction to YC Demo Day. What's the mood
I mean,
like?
I
What
think
are
you
the
just
trends?
rolled in here from, but give us the vibe from
Literally,
outside.
like I just rolled in from our office.
Oh,
We're like
fantastic.
5-minute drive
Okay.
away. I mean, it's amazing energy. I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, being in the Silicon Valley for, I don't know, 15 years, close to 15, I actually never been to a demo day.
No way.
There you go. Brought you
So
over.
this is my first time. And yeah, love the energy.
That's great.
Lots of
Give
great
us
builders.
So I guess what's been how much have you guys from a customer acquisition standpoint? It feels like there's like incredible pull from the market. You guys have crazy logos from decacorns, public companies, all the way down. I imagine a bunch of just companies are getting off the ground and signing up for you guys. But like, what does that customer acquisition kind of motion look like? Are you guys, do you pay much attention to kind of the super early stage, or do you just like let people find you?
Yeah, we pay a lot of attention to early stage. A lot of our customers are early stage. And I think it's one of the best times to build like on top of Fall and other LLMs as well. But like, if you want to build anything in consumer AI specifically, I think Fall is probably like the best way to accelerate, building something out there. there's incredible demand. I think I was doing some math on the way here. Like, I think in our startup segment, I think the revenue of like all of our startups combined, and what I define startups is let's call it like 200 people or less.
Raised less than $1 billion.
Yeah, sure. I think the total combined revenue of our customers is in the billions.
Wow.
No way.
So it's kind of ridiculous, like how much demand there is in the consumer AI market or even like prosumer. But you can build amazing applications that leverage the Gen Media technology.
Yeah, that prosumer thing is fascinating. I mean, we saw this with the images in ChatGPT, the DALL-E moment, where it's not it's not an enterprise tool, but it's something that went so viral that everyone has to wake up, even if you're just a marketing manager in a Fortune 500 company. Like you're going to see it, you're going to think about it and be like, okay, I actually need a strategy here. We recently saw this with Nano Banana. Again, we saw a little spike in the Google Trends chart. What have
you guys seen on,
what
that
have
front?
you seen in like the Nano Banana era? How are things changing? Just kind of give me your read.
It's incredible. I mean, the demand, the way I look at it is like every time we have new capabilities, there is a jump in demand. And it doesn't seem like these things are eating into each other. It seems like we're really seeing like the building blocks coming together. So for example, with Nano Banana and like all the editing models in general, they actually are a key ingredient to really good video models. Meaning, when you want to stick together a few clips.
Start with a few of those.
Yeah, you actually want to, you can keep like the consistency between using these edit models, right? So like it actually solves the consistency problem in video. So that enabled video to go even further because now you can just generate like, 10 different starting frames and ending frames and then combine them together. So these things are really like building blocks and they're kind of compounding on top of each other. So the way we see it in traffic and revenue is that anytime there's like a new model, new capability specifically, we see a huge jump.
It was pretty wild. There was a site that spun up, I don't know if you saw this, the day of Nano Banana's launch. It was just called nanobanana.ai. It had looked like a Google product, and it was just someone else just vending in Nano Banana under the hood. But I'm sure they got their API access.
This happens all the time. Like if you actually search Nano Banana on App Store, just go to App Store, there will be literally 20 results.
This is so crazy. It's still nanobanana.ai is the #1 result for Nano Banana. And
people have nailed it down.
AI image editor, edit photos.
I mean,
and text.
the App Store was like that for so long, where you search ChatGPT and it'd be like chat with GPT, and it has like 5,000 5-star reviews, and you're like, I know that's not from OpenAI because I can clock it as like clearly this is not an OpenAI branding. It's slightly off. But,
and all of these things are, believe it or not, they're getting traction. So
it's crazy.
And I think
it's insane.
Like Apple, I don't know, like they're not really doing much to stop this. Maybe they're trying, but like not
it's
really.
A game of whack-a-mole.
It's a game of whack-a-mole, and I think they're benefiting from this, and I think obviously like long term, what matters is like how these products differentiate. But I think it just shows you like how insane the demand is.
What keeps you up at night between the inference cost kind of stack? So are you worried about GPU poor? Like, are we going to run out of line time at TSMC? Are we going to see a chip shortage versus just large scale data center capacity versus energy? Like, if we play this out a few years, like what do you want to get right that might be out of your control even, but like you'd like to make sure that it goes right?
Yes, I think we're very capacity constrained.
But at what level? That's what I'm interested in.
So it
well,
fluctuates.
even this Nebius deal yesterday, right? Like shocked everyone, right? Especially we were hanging with a friend who's a multi-stage, as runs, helps run a multi-billion-dollar fund, and he was just like a year ago, this company couldn't, this company was not taken super seriously as a player, and all of a sudden they have a $20 billion deal with Microsoft. Microsoft. So anyways, like that just shows like the fact that Microsoft is going. If you kind of like stack rank where Nebius sits in the neo cloud space, it certainly wouldn't have been somebody's top choice. But I think that just shows like how capacity constrained everyone is.
It's incredible. I mean, currently we're going through another crunch right now. specifically for H100s.
Yeah.
So like we experienced this.
Interesting.
And you can kind of feel it coming. And you know, like,
what
you
does
know,
it feel like though?
It feels pretty bad, right? Like you're trying to scale. So like most of our workloads are inference workloads, right? We don't do any training.
Yep.
So our needs are like we don't just like buy 10,000 GPUs and just sit there for for a whole year, right? That's not how we operate. We're more dynamic. We go and like expand our fleet over time. So we're multi-cloud. So we talk to like all the neo clouds. And we have really great relationships with all of them. We test them, we benchmark them. If they work for us, if they're reliable, support is good, we use them. So, and when you need new capacity, you literally like hit them up. You call all of them up in order.
Old-fashioned way.
And literally, I'm not even kidding. Like you just call them up, and sometimes it's like you start hearing more no's, right? Like, do you have 512 GPUs? Do you have 1,000 GPUs? And it's just like, no. You're like, oh crap. So you kind of want to like stock up a little bit. Sure. That's how we operate. We buy a little bit in bulk. But really prices hit a little bit of a bottom, which like hasn't happened with A100s. I mean, if you look at it, like they just kept going down. With H100s, they kept going down. And they kind of hit the bottom. They're like now like kind of picking back up again.
How? What can you tell me about how inference moves around the globe as a function of time? I heard this story about Midjourney potentially doing inference in Asia, where they're sleeping, they're not running Netflix in Malaysia or Singapore, and so when I generate an image or something, it's inferenced over there. Is that something you're doing? Is that something that you're planning to do? Is that common? Does that happen naturally?
So our traffic patterns are basically maxed out when US and Europe is up simultaneously. So that's kind of like the peak time, right? And then we don't have like as much users. Like we still have customers in Asia, but like it's much less. So we do see a deep dip across when US and EU is asleep. There's a slight dip. We do a few things. We use we basically have a pool of GPUs that we return and bring back simultaneously. But what's really important for us is uptime. So even if it means like we're gonna have some idle GPUs, we'd like to take that cost, because if you can't take those GPUs back, like if you let them go, you can't take them back. Then you have a very bad time with your customers. So for us, like reliability is more important. At this time, and over long term, I think if
you might be able to move the liquidity across the globe over time.
Any key lessons? You were at Oracle for 4 years back in the day. Any key lessons from that era that you've kind of brought in? Obviously, Oracle's been on a tear and really leaning in.
So Oracle was my first job out of college. So, that's 2012, 2016. Back then, they did not believe in cloud. They were like the anti-cloud company. Remember that? Yeah. So like Larry Ellison would go on stage, literally be like, guys, like we don't believe, he has like a famous quote, it's someone's computer or something, the cloud doesn't exist. They've come a really long way since then. And obviously like they're on a rip right now, I think with AI. What we hear from the field is like, there's really good, Nebius Nebius is a very good like data center operator. And Oracle is a very good data center operator.
They had to do that because of running Yandex, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Like they actually had to. I get more worried about neocloud products that we're doing, like there's one, I think it's like Irene or something like that that's coming online that just last year I think was doing like Bitcoin mining. So like fast pivot, maybe a later pivot.
But some of those guys are also good. But so after Oracle, I was at Coinbase. So the crypto, like some of the companies, I mean, including
Crusoe,
they had a lot of experience. But like what's special about Oracle is that they've got a lot of experience. They know how to operate these machines at really good cost. So and uptime is very important. So all of these things, the economics and like the operating the data center play a huge role into this. I think they're, I'm glad they chose going in this direction. I think there's only a few opportunities, right? And this is one of them. And they just went ahead and like capitalize on it, which is really great.
Lightning round?
Yeah, let's do it.
We've been asking everyone, who is your favorite entrepreneur, someone you look up to throughout history?
Oof.
Can be anyone.
Could be Larry.
I really like. Okay.
Could be anyone.
Let's see. I like Brian Armstrong.
There we go.
He's pretty good.
That's a great
Yeah.
pick. I love it.
Yeah.
Legend.
Second question. How did you make your first dollar on the internet or in business?
Oof. Okay. I had. Do you know these toys, Karate Fighter?
No.
Okay. It's like, is that too old?
How big is the toy?
it's like two fighters.
Okay.
You just like make them fight with each other.
Okay.
So when I was like 6 or 7, this is not on the internet.
Yeah,
it's
like
physical.
almost Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
they're
Rock'em
punching each
Sock'em.
other.
Yeah, same
yeah.
thing. Same thing. I rented those out.
You rented those.
Yeah,
Wow.
I rented them out.
go.
Yeah.
Flip the
That's
capex to
OpEx.
opex. You don't need to. You don't need to
You don't
buy
need to
these
own
things.
anything.
You go to him. You rent them today. He's renting. you
That's actually kids don't do renting enough. They're always transacting.
Am I
I think we
stretching
need
so much
to
better.
draw
More
a
renting.
full circle analogy here? You rent.
It's like you- I can
buy
imagine
the
he's going-
servers. You rent out the tokens. You
Yeah,
rent
yeah.
out
He's
the
going to the
images.
kid. What's your allowance? Okay, $20 a week. That's the price. $20 a week.
There you go. Value-based pricing.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
great. That's fantastic.
Amazing.
Anyway.
All right, well, come back on the show
yeah.
Awesome,
anytime.
guys. Good to see you.
Yeah,
great to
I
see
gotta give you some hats.
Please.
There we go.
I'd love some.
Give them out to your favorites.
Fantastic.
Okay, we will. Perfect.
Some rich hats.
Ooh.
GPU.
Oh,
Yeah,
these
yeah,
are
yeah.
good hats.
We'll have to
these
pick.
are really.
You guys
Oh,
can- you
okay.
guys can
Yeah.
help yourself.
Okay, this is great. We got
Amazing.
We got
Great
4.
seeing you.
Great seeing you.
Don't
Thanks for
give
coming
this
by.
away. We'll quiz folks on whether they
Good luck out
own
there.
GPUs or they merely sit on top of hyperscalers. We got Jack from Slow. How you doing, Jack?
What's up,
Good to
fella?
see you. Oh, the suit. You didn't have
What's
to.
up, man?
Good
I
to
did,
see
I
you.
did.
I can't
What's
believe
up?
it. You look fantastic.
Well,
You
I'm
look
here-
fantastic.
Thank you. How we doing? How is demo day?
It's been fantastic.
2025?
It's been great.
It's
Tons
been-
of cool companies. A really
Yeah,
wide
everybody's
range.
kind of ripping.
We kind of came in thinking like, let's try and find the theme because
Other than AI,
cursor for there's like a little bit of an AI theme, but
we had metal. We had Zane. Metal guy.
metal cutting. We had a missile company already.
Nice.
There's been a few different companies, and I feel like the narrative's shifting now to just like AI is just a tool like cloud computing.
Yeah.
It's just like, are you using like a Python, or
Yeah.
it's like, or do you have a mobile strategy, or are you pulling mobile off the shelf?
no,
at
it's
some
like
point?
it's
not
like at this point you're not going to use like, oh yeah, no, we're building in the cloud.
Exactly.
Well, everybody is.
Exactly.
It's like, what do you actually do?
It's like, okay, you're a software company, but like, what are you actually doing? So
Yeah.
it very much feels like we're in this era of like vertical software for AI.
Yeah.
So it's like vertical AI. It's just vertical SaaS all over again.
Yeah.
But the traction's really good. The businesses are super niche and super interesting. So you're learning a lot about like a guy who set up a 311 line in Florida and he's getting a lot of calls about alligators. And like,
Yeah.
that's interesting to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's new with you?
Well, so it's funny. Like most of the investors are here to like invest capital in
Quickly,
companies.
introduce yourself for the stream for
Sorry.
those who don't know.
I'm Jack Rains. I'm on the investment team over at Slow Ventures, early stage venture fund. We run about $1 billion now, invest generalist, a little bit of everything, $1 to $3 million checks.
Okay.
But unlike every other venture fund here, we actually are launching the
doing?
Slow Ventures Etiquette Finishing School.
Ooh,
so I don't know
there
if we
we
can
go.
see this.
Okay,
but
let me see.
You guys are dressed sharp.
Yes.
Obviously, our GP
I remember
is
this
dressed
photo.
sharp.
This is a fantastic
So,
photo.
We had this.
We got to Photoshop you on there.
I know. Once I make GP,
GP,
maybe I
yeah,
can be
then
on
we'll get in
there.
there.
But you know, there's a lot of capital floating around now. That's like financial capital to invest in founders.
And
but
they don't
the
know
real
how
problem
to
in San
dress.
Francisco is you
Etiquette.
don't know how to dress.
Yes.
Like
Wait, but if people don't know how to dress, why is it you're just expecting them to go to a black tie event?
well, you know, they can. We say that it's
Well,
kind
you
of
get critiqued.
self-selects.
You get
Okay,
critiqued.
okay,
If you
okay.
show up in a sloppy tux
You want a high
that's
bar,
rented,
and then you want to take
you'll
someone
get
from
I
good
don't-
to
I
great.
constructive feedback.
Right. I don't know if you guys were in like fraternities in college, but there's this whole like you kind of get hazed if you're
Totally.
like
I
pledge
mean, this
outfit
is just like
sucks.
pitching a startup. You come to you, the pitch is a little sloppy. You go around. By the time you come back and pitch the second, third time, the business is polished.
Yeah, literally.
Same
And it's
thing.
like there's business upside of this. Like fixing your etiquette makes you like you can command a boardroom better.
I like it.
But
Yeah.
also
Boardroom
like,
generals. We love
yeah,
boardroom
and like we
generals.
also want to help founders like get girlfriends or boyfriends. Like
Okay.
there's especially in SF, like
Yeah.
everybody's complaining. You know, the 996 is great, except you know, what
Birth
about your
rate's
personal life?
collapsing.
Has Slow flipped bullish on AI?
Oh yeah,
Has
that's a good
Slow flipped
question.
Are you
bullish on
guys
AI?
still bearish?
Speak for the
AI?
entire firm right
I will
now,
speak
please.
for the entire
Speak
firm.
for the
all my
entire
general partners,
firm.
and especially friend of the program, Sam
Of
Lawson,
course.
my boss,
Yes,
who signs
Sam.
my paychecks,
Yes.
is ideally watching this right now. We're bullish on AI when it's a good company that uses AI.
Okay.
It's like the whole like. Our take the whole time has been that like
Yeah.
the models are going to eat pretty much
Yeah, yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Microsoft's going to eat everything.
I mean, that's what we're seeing today at Demo Day. It's like a lot of the
Microsoft
companies,
is going to eat Nebius.
A lot of the companies I feel like are in that Sam Lesson idea of like AI cherry on top, I think was his phrase.
Yes.
I like that framing, and I thought he did well
it's
there.
the more vertically integrated. And the thing is, like, if the founders actually have like real domain expertise in the thing versus like somebody who knew AI well, and then they're trying to like, oh, this is an obvious problem. Maybe. But you're seeing some interesting, like one co-founder is incredibly sharp in AI, been doing machine learning forever. And then the other co-founder actually is that dude in their space for 20 years.
That dude.
That's when it gets interesting.
Is he him?
So
You're saying he's him?
But when
Him
you
Cook?
have AI wizard plus co-founder who is him
like
or
that.
her,
Yeah,
that's the magic. So I
That's
would not say that we're
fantastic.
bullish on AI any more than we have been,
Yeah.
but like, you know, we respect AI used well. It's like AI's table stakes. If your
Yeah.
only thing is AI,
Get a
probably not
get a
gonna-
post out
Cloud
there.
hosting.
Slow respects AI.
Slow respects AI. Yep, you heard it here first.
Breaking news.
Cool.
Okay, we've been asking everyone, lightning round. Who is your favorite entrepreneur in history of all time?
In history,
Can be anybody.
probably outside of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. This is like ESPN, so you're supposed to say that.
Yeah.
No, John D. Rockefeller.
Rockefeller. I
Yeah.
knew someone was gonna say
Rockefeller.
Rockefeller.
I was waiting
That's
for
a
that
great
one.
one.
What about you guys?
I don't think we've answered the question
you
ourselves
should answer
yet.
Mine is
question.
always Steve. It's just the obvious answer, but growing up,
Yeah.
it's my favorite products ever have consistently been Apple products.
Yeah, and I just would listen to so much Founders podcast. I say Jay Gould, of course, but
Yeah.
Can we flip
or
it around?
Edwin
Who's your
Land.
Edwin
least favorite entrepreneurs ever?
least favorite entrepreneurs?
They had to be good enough to be famous, but you just don't like. them or their
Yeah,
craft.
probably SBF or something.
Yeah.
You know, one of those.
That's a good pick.
Although maybe he's underrated because he got that Anthropic bags and he's ripping now.
Okay,
Who knows? Maybe
SBF
he's gonna
is
come back.
underrated venture investor,
Yeah.
overrated entrepreneur.
Perhaps. Yeah, not the
overrated
sharpest
gamer.
operator.
Do you think
Overrated gamer,
Do you think
too.
the Elizabeth Holmes Twitter account is real? It's fake?
I believe it is run by her husband.
Okay.
And I do not believe that she's
I
there.
actually disagree. I don't think. It screams like ghostwriter coded.
Yep.
Because for it to be run by her husband would have had to be like hyper online on
Sure.
X, and like it just feels like very like you can tell when an account is ghostwritten.
Sure.
Yep.
And it's ghostwritten. I believe that he probably has the keys.
Okay, sure.
Hired a ghostwriter.
Yes.
That ghostwriter.
But we agree that she does not have the
prison
X,
phone.
the everything app installed on a phone that is connected to some sort of 5G network within the prison. We agree on that. Okay, great.
Could she? Because SBF is tweeting from prison.
It
right?
is.
A
It
little
is
bit.
possible, but it's very
bit.
much looked down upon. And of course, like as soon as the tweet goes out, like the warden should be able to get the news, and
Yeah.
like someone calls the warden because like someone sees the post, calls the governor, and
Yeah.
then the governor calls the warden and says like one of your prisoners is breaking the rules. Like, can you do something about this? Like, it should flow through. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't work that way.
I don't know what her prison terms are, but like if and when she gets out, like how quickly do you think she could raise like 50 million, 100 million? Do you think it's like?
I think
she had
they're-
an idea?
I think
John's
they're-
take is
I've got the pitch.
if you
They're-
really
they're
want to,
pitching.
she can rebuild her personal brand, but that's and people are just marketing works, right? So she's just like marketing to the timeline right now. People are deciding like, oh, maybe I like her, like, oh, she's making me laugh, so people naturally start to like her. I don't think it's going to repair her brand in the capital markets. I think if she wanted to truly repair the brand, it'd be like deep threads and long posts on like biotech.
That was my take. Was Martin Shkreli? He has posted about biotech, about trading.
Yep.
He's gotten a lot of picks right. He talks about capital markets. He talks about, yes, he did get in legal trouble,
Yeah.
right? But he has said the thing that I was doing before I went to prison, I'm still doing it, and I'm an expert, and you can kind of judge me by my opinions and my takes, and I'll go on live streams, and you can judge me by my words. And I haven't seen enough posts from her on the state of mRNA or the state of GLP-1s or the state of gene editing technology. Like, if she really is an incredible biologist who's been like wrongly convicted, like show me some incredible biology takes, right?
Yep.
Don't just be, okay, yeah, you're just a meme poster.
The Martin Shkreli like short selling reports were like like it's like Friday at lunchtime.
Yeah.
And he just tweets, "This company's a fraud. Like, their tests are gonna fail.
Yeah.
Stock drops 70% on Monday. Incredible performance."
Yeah, and it shows that he's like at least a student of the game in the world, in the financial world.
Now he has a kid. He,
Congrats,
dropped his kid on the internet.
Anyway,
so.
we have a lightning round. We did the favorite entrepreneur. The second one is, how did you make your first dollar online or in business?
Oh, that's first dollar online or in business. I was trading SPACs in my Roth IRA, which is so like most people lost money on these. One of my buddies, I made.
You're the guy. You're the one.
It's
You're
my
the one guy.
I swear to God, this is why
Tim
Sam.
Cook.
This is why Sam hired me, because he really appreciated my SPAC story. But
Okay.
basically, like I graduated December 2019, was bored. COVID hits. Like the first week I start my job, corporate finance, very boring. And one of my buddies texted me. He's like, "DraftKings is going public through a SPAC. If you buy this thing, you'll own DraftKings stock." I didn't get it. I was like, why don't they just IPO? I read through the structure, and it's like, oh, if you buy these warrants, it's like a call option that doesn't expire for 5 years. And then SPACs turned into a bubble. I built some web scrapers that would like ping me whenever like a new SPAC got listed or like a merger was announced. So this was like fairly autistic, but I saw that Apollo had a SPAC. And I noticed that they had changed their website header from oil rigs to windmills in like June 2020. And my hypothesis was everybody's chasing the next Tesla. They're going to announce like an EV deal, and the warrants are going to go from 50 cents to like whatever. And I just put all my money in Apollo warrants, and then they announced a deal with Fisker Automotive like a month later, made a lot of money, and I just basically
And then you got out because that company did not do well.
I just parlayed that like 20 times. So my first online money was trading SPACs in my retirement
That's
account.
a fantastic story.
So shout out Chamath. A lot of people lost money on his SPACs.
You
I
did
would
well.
like to thank him for bankrolling a trip to Argentina.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Hopefully you had a
Shout
nice
out
steak,
Chamath.
a bottle of wine, maybe some tequila.
And SPACs are back, so maybe it's time to do it again.
Maybe,
I don't know.
maybe this time is different.
Couple
Maybe it is.
IPOs
Thank you so
coming.
much for coming on.
Good to
This
see
is
you.
Fantastic.
Yeah, man.
We'll see
Cheers.
you soon.
Great to see you. Bye, guys.
See ya. And we will bring in our next guest to our YC Demo Day stream. We are live. How you doing?
What
What's
up?
Of course. How you doing?
Great. Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Very
Welcome
Gen
to the
Z
stream.
coded. I love it.
I love
What's
it.
happening?
Introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Who are you? What do you do?
My name is Arlan. I am building Nazomio, which is an API that gives more context to agents.
Okay.
So if you're a Cursor user,
Yeah.
you can pretty much just go to Cursor,
Yeah.
index any documentation or code base, and give it as a context
Okay.
to an agent.
What exactly is happening? I know Cursor does kind of roll-ups of what's happening. There's some RAG infrastructure that's popular. What else is going on in the actual product to unlock value?
Yeah, so the two reasons I built this is because like I was so fucking pissed
Mhm.
where I would like go to Google, copy paste all the docs and paste them right into Cursor.
We've all been there.
Yeah, the memory is not persistent, so they will fucking forget that in like 2
Sure,
seconds.
sure.
And second one is that you also pollute context window, which
Yep.
like causes context fraud. It's
Sure.
actually a study done by Chroma, which
Yep.
is like a AI company.
Oh, yeah, we know Jeff well.
Yeah, saying
Great
like
guy.
post 4,000 tokens, I think, like
Yep.
the performance of any LLMs goes like this.
Yep.
So that's like the reason I built this.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. Wait, do you have a take on Jeff's take on like context windows and the need for RAG? Like, how do you think about the trade-offs in where the frontier models are scaling? Like, there's one world where you just throw bigger and bigger context windows endlessly. Maybe that doesn't work.
Yeah, you know what? There are two different architectures right now. So
Mhm.
if you look at Cursor and Cloud Code,
Mhm.
Cloud Code doesn't index your code base.
Mhm.
So they only do agentic RAG,
Mhm.
which like only uses terminal tools like
Mhm.
grep,
Sure.
and Cursor. They use both. They
Okay.
use local index and also vector store. So like RAG.
Okay.
It's really hard to say right now. A lot of people started hating on RAG,
Yeah.
but I think it's
It was
still
very
effective
popular to
if you're
talk
like
trash.
combining it with like graph RAG, which is
Sure.
also a very good approach.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the traction of the business been like?
Yeah, so in the past 3 weeks, I signed up 25% of the current batch
Wow.
are paying, and
There we go. Let's go. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And 5% of the spring batch.
No way. Amazing.
So yeah, total like more than 90 OC companies.
That's amazing.
And yeah,
Congrats.
about like 11.5K MRR.
There
Yeah.
we go. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's
we've
go.
been doing,
Are you profitable?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Let's go.
let's
Let's go.
Yeah, because like YC deals cover everything, like all the infrastructure costs.
Sure.
And yeah, so yeah, I guess
That's
I'm profitable.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it covers the infrastructure guys. Okay.
Incredible. What were you
so-
doing? You have a crazy story, right? What were you doing before this?
So I was bored of high school when I was 17, and I wanted to build. So I dropped out, raised $1 million in a couple days in London.
Couple days. How did that go?
Yeah, so usually like people raise, like it takes weeks to raise in London, especially in Europe.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
they're
yeah.
so fucking slow, but like
Yeah.
They're always
if you
on
find the
vacation,
right
right?
approach and like good people. So in my case, it was Local Globe. They're really, really good, and they're really fast. So I guess I just got lucky. I built from London for a couple months, and then applied for YC.
So same company.
Same company, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great.
Applied for YC for my third time.
Third time. Rejected the first?
My dad applied 3 years ago. He got rejected. So I sort of like put a goal for myself to like fucking apply again and again. And yeah.
That's incredible.
That's amazing.
How did you make your first dollar on the internet?
Yeah.
On the internet, yeah. So when I was 15, I was a student and I wanted to build something and I needed some domain expertise. And since I was a student, EdTech was like the solution.
Yep.
So I built like an AI scholarship database for high school students from like underrepresented backgrounds to go and apply to summer programs in US. So I did a couple of those myself, like at Berkeley and then at UPenn, came back, scaled it to 20,000 active users and made like $2,000 or something. So
Congrats,
yeah.
that's amazing.
Take it to the bank.
Last question. Who's your favorite entrepreneur of all time?
Yeah, who the fuck the most money, bro? Like Elon Musk, yeah, he's the richest man, bro, yeah.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, Brian Chesky is my goat. I love Brian Chesky.
Brian Chesky, founder mode.
There you go.
Fantastic.
The OG. How's the fundraise going?
I closed it a couple weeks ago, yeah.
Couple weeks ago. Okay, incredible.
That's great.
Crushing it, dude.
Fantastic. Well, thanks so much for coming.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
We'll talk to you
great to
soon.
meet you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Have a good one. Up next,
Who we got next?
we are continuing our coverage live from YC Demo Day 2025. Welcome to the stream.
What's
Nice to meet
happening?
you. I'm John.
Alessia, nice to meet you.
Alessia, pleasure.
Great to meet you.
Alessia.
How you doing? Would you mind introducing yourself and your company?
Sure.
for
So,
everyone?
hi everyone, I'm Alessia. Vibeflow is the all-in-one solution to build production-ready apps in no-code.
Okay. We've seen a lot of news recently that there's now a whole industry of vibe code cleanup specialists. What's your reaction?
Well,
Can vibe coding ever make it to production?
No.
No. Okay.
Whoa.
not
Hot take.
now, at least. Like all the solutions out there are really broken, and they give you this wow effect in the front end, but on the back end side there is so much to do, and there is a huge need. People are like they have hair and fire problems, and they need to solve these problems. So the market is huge.
So how are you plugging in? How do you deliver value to your customers?
So we have a solution which is a hybrid approach between Lovable and Anytone and a database plugged in. So we have this no-code interface that is AI, like the AI generates this flow and then maps deterministically to code. So the code is never going to be hallucinating. And that's a robust solution.
How's traction been so far?
Traction is amazing. As soon as we launched, as I said, like people have this hair and fire problem, so they want to throw money at you for you to onboard them on platforms that they can actually continue developing the application on.
Did you share any metrics today at Demo Day?
I will share it. I haven't presented yet.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, you will. Well,
Front run it for the audience.
8,000 applications in 3 weeks.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
What were you doing before this?
I worked as a software engineer for 4 years for a company, and I actually built a no-code tool, which is very similar to what Vibeflow is today for animation and 3D modeling.
Oh, that's
interesting.
For Disney.
Interesting.
Disney.
Oh, Disney.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's amazing.
How have you reacted to like the way that Disney's approached AI? I know they kind of seemingly it's like they're very careful not to get into hot water around like using like too much AI, but clearly want to stay on the edge.
I think they use AI everywhere, like literally everywhere, in rendering, 3D modeling, everywhere. And it's cool. Like you can just make everything faster and super high resolution renderings. So
Yeah,
it's cool.
makes sense. Let's move into our lightning round. We've been asking 2 questions. First, who's your favorite entrepreneur of all time?
My favorite entrepreneur is Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, that's
I'm
a good
big
one.
fan, and she is amazing.
That's great.
Icon.
Yeah, definitely.
Mogul.
For resilience and persistence.
Second, how'd you make your first dollar on the internet or in business?
By selling stuff that my brothers didn't use at home.
Really?
Yes.
No way.
No way.
That's amazing.
Nice.
Anyway.
Incredible.
Thank you so much for coming on the stream.
Thank you.
We will talk
Great
to you
to meet
soon.
you.
Have a good
Cheers.
one. We'll bring on. Oh, wait, I forgot to ask about the GPU. We got to ask if their GPU working.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome to the show.
I'm John. Welcome to the show.
Josh.
Josh, pleasure.
Jordy. Good to meet you.
Introduce yourself for the stream. Who are
All right.
you? What are you building?
Well, I'm Joshua March. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Veritas Agent. We build AI agents for the consumer lending industry.
Okay.
So interfacing with borrowers to help doing sales, servicing, collections for like fintechs, banks, credit unions, services, that kind of thing.
Do you see your company as GPU poor or GPU rich?
I mean, we're rich everything.
GPU
Rich everything.
GPU rich.
There you
Yeah.
go. You can have this hat.
How have you what's go to market look like?
Yeah,
are
who
you
partnering with? I
focusing like
imagine that
are you
need,
trying
like
to
banks involved?
Yeah, I imagine there's like a couple the NPL players that would be
ideal. Yeah, no, we're currently, our first design partner was in the collection space, collecting on medical payments. That's been super successful. We've done thousands of outbound calls.
But sort of like not a name that you necessarily recognize.
No, but we're now launching.
These businesses are big.
Yeah, exactly. We're now getting live with a fintech who's launching us into their conversion funnel for sales.
Yep.
There's a big servicer that's in the solar space. There's collections agencies, so a handful.
Makes sense.
Did you have experience in the space prior to this?
Yeah, so I previously built a contact center software company to like 15 million ARR before it got acquired.
Wow, nice.
And then immediately prior to launching this company, I was essentially working at like a Web3 credit fund and had invested into some emerging market debt buyers who are doing collections and servicing, which kind of exposed me to the whole world.
Oh, that makes a ton
And I
of
was like,
sense.
we should just do this with AI,
Yeah.
basically.
Did you share any metrics today at Demo Day?
We haven't converted any of our. We got our first design customer live like 6 weeks ago.
Okay.
We're now launching with like 5 more.
Yeah.
And the first customer, the first design partner, we did like 4,000 outbound calls and collected like 50K in the first month, which was like a big
That's
success.
great.
But like, yeah,
There
so
we
we're still
go.
getting going.
How are you thinking about are you thinking of selling like the result in some way? Like over time, would you just charge a percentage?
Yeah, it
of
depends who
whatever
we're
you
selling
collect?
to.
Yeah.
So when we're selling to like a servicer or collections agency, we'll probably just sell on usage-based kind of pricing. But when we're selling to fintechs and banks, then we'd love to do as much outcome-based pricing as possible. And that's on the sales side, the collection side, everything.
We have been asking everyone 2 questions. First, who's your favorite entrepreneur of all time?
So there's this guy Felix Dennis, who was a British entrepreneur,
yeah.
and he wrote this book called How to Get Rich,
Yeah.
which I think is the best book on entrepreneurship.
Okay.
And he's like a crazy guy. He's dead now, but he was like a crazy guy.
Big into magazines.
Big
Print.
into
you would love this guy.
He owned he was like PC Magazine,
No way.
Maxim,
Oh, I know
The
PC
Week. He
Magazine.
was like a big publisher. Did a load of different stuff.
Felix Dennis.
Felix Dennis.
Great. I'll
Yeah.
have to look him up.
Yeah.
Second question. How do you make your first dollar online, on the internet or in business?
Yeah. So I launched an e-commerce website when I was like 19, still at college, and was selling like a load of homewares online.
Homewares.
So, yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
John was selling. Were you selling DJ equipment?
Yeah.
DJ equipment, that's
internationally.
cool, though.
He was an international businessman from a young age.
international businessman at age 13. It was great.
13.
Yeah,
Nice.
something like
Awesome.
that. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping
Great to
by.
meet you as
Steve.
well.
Have a
Yeah,
great
nice to
rest
meet
of
you.
your
Congrats
day.
on the progress.
Congrats on the progress. Let's move on to our next guest. We are live from YC Demo Day 2025. How you doing? We're getting some photos taken by Bryce Johnson. Welcome to the stream.
We got our next
We're gonna
guest?
bring in. The Prompting Company. Come on.
The Prompting
Company.
Prompting Company.
The
We're prompt
Company.
maxing.
Yes, sir.
But of where? Where could you possibly be based?
Of San Francisco.
The Prompting
San
Company of
Francisco.
San
That's
Francisco.
correct. Yes,
Don't
sir.
capitalize
Yes, sir.
the of though. The of.
But yeah.
I'm just looking at this.
Oh,
This is so
cool.
funny.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
bull market and companies named that start with the.
Yes.
Exactly. The issue
Yeah.
tracking of
Yes.
company of Australia,
Did you-
right? Like-
Yeah, exactly.
When
was
did
hilarious.
you pick that name and logo and design?
We picked it 2 months ago.
2 months ago. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very
you should be the
timely.
last one to do it, though.
I hope so.
I think.
hope so. It's getting kinda
let's just
boring.
call
The
it-
trade is over.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
trade is over.
So,
And
so,
you-
so you're prompting. It's pretty self-evident, but tell the stream who you are, what you actually do.
Yeah, my name is Kevin. I'm the CEO and co-founder of the Prompting Company, and we help product get mentioned in ChatGPT.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay.
Not just another generative engine optimization tool, but
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's
How do
different
you
about it?
differentiate?
Yeah, for sure. So we play in the infrastructure layer. We're not
Okay.
just creating articles for you.
Okay.
We create shadow sites for our companies to
Okay.
influence elements.
Is there any special design in the type of shadow site that you're building? Like what exactly does that look like?
Yeah,
'Cause
for
there's
sure.
FTP servers, there's APIs, there's documentation, there's a lot of different
for
stuff.
sure.
you
So
can
these
do.
shadow sites are basically like markdown versions of your site.
Okay,
And then,
markdown.
yeah, we
Interesting.
basically iterate on
Yeah.
more of those.
Why do the foundation models like Markdown so much?
Because
There's a
it
lot
takes
of
like
text out there?
no, it's just 90% less tokens, man.
Oh, okay, it's just more
Yeah,
compressed.
super fast
Got it.
and
Then
super
HTML.
accurate. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
because
correct.
if they scrape the HTML, they're bringing in all the CSS and
Yes, sir.
stuff. Okay, got
Yes,
it.
sir.
That makes sense.
Did you come into the batch with this idea, or
Yes, we did. We did not pivot. We
Okay.
came in
Yeah.
with
Pure
the
play.
idea.
It's a pure play.
That's
Pure
nice.
play.
What's
what
the
were you doing
traction?
before this?
Yeah.
I was at Beehive. I was working there.
Okay.
Oh, no way.
Makes sense.
Cool.
Yeah.
Made your money in newsletters.
Newsmaxing.
What's traction been like?
It's been pretty good, dude. We are at 300K in ARR now.
Nice.
NVIDIA's a paying customers.
No way.
Nvidia.
There you
Interesting.
go. Jensen.
How did you land Nvidia?
Oh, dude, it's It was a crazy bake-off, but ultimately the better product won. And
A bake-off.
Yeah.
I love bake-offs.
That's great.
Very cool.
Speaking of Jensen, who is your favorite entrepreneur of all time in history?
In history, I mean,
anyone, alive or dead.
Dude, Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs. There we go.
Yeah.
That's a great
Good
one.
answer. Good answer.
What about how you made your first dollar on the internet or in business?
Oof, on the internet, I actually ran a service back then to jailbreak iPhones.
No way.
No way.
Jailbreaking
That's come
iPhones.
up
We've
before.
heard that before.
Josh Browder.
Yeah.
Josh
That's a great
Browder.
one. Yeah, he was jailbreaking
I do a lot of that.
iPhones, and there was someone else who was fixing broken iPhone screens. So the little low hanging fruit in the digital economy.
Yeah.
Very, very popular.
Very
would
cool.
you consider yourself GPU poor or GPU rich?
GPU poor at the
GPU
moment.
poor at the moment.
How's the fundraise going?
It's going pretty great, man.
Yeah.
We're way oversubscribed.
Fantastic.
And picking our lead right now.
Amazing. Well, congratulations.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you so much for coming
Love
on.
it.
Shane,
Great to
Kevin.
meet you.
We
Good
will
to meet
see
you.
soon.
Coming on.
Have a good one. Let's bring in our next guest from YC Demo Day. How are we doing on time, guys? We have to get out of here to catch a flight, correct? Okay, let Nick know. How you doing?
What's happening?
Nice to meet you, Theo.
Good to
How you doing?
meet you guys.
What's happening?
How you doing?
Yeah, fellow content creator,
Yes,
streamer,
yes.
accidental business guy turned into an influencer somehow.
Introduce yourself for the stream.
Yeah, for those who don't know me, I'm Theo. I was actually doing a YC company for making stuff like this easier because I worked at Twitch for 5 years. I wanted it to be easier to do live content collaboration, so I built Zoom for streamers, make it easier to bring a guest like you onto a show like mine in HD. I'm assuming you're actually not using OBS. That's cool, but we built everything around OBS so that you can use your professional existing solutions, copy paste somebody straight from your browser into into OBS at 1080p
so no matter
HD.
what you're using, if you're using Hangouts or Zoom in the browser.
So we're an alternative to Hangouts and Zoom.
Okay.
We're like better, but to be clear, we don't really focus on this product anymore. We built it because it was so needed and nothing else like this existed before. And I saw the need when I was at Twitch. We won half the top streamers. Our reward was 8K a month, so we started exploring more.
I was gonna say, it's like one of those things where you can get all the most important customers and have a tiny business.
Yeah, I had a buddy who built this amazing tool for helping make documentaries, and I was just like, "This is a very small market, man. It's coming from any fund."
Oh yeah.
And I was like, "This is the best." I was making YouTube videos, like video essays.
What do you?
a
So
bunch
did
of
you
interviews,
guys
and you tag them all?
kept the product running? People
Yeah, it's still
use-
running to this day. It's relatively easy to maintain. Thankfully, I'm proud of what we built there. But at the same time, I wanted to better understand creators, and I just missed going deep on tech because when I was at Twitch, my favorite time of day was lunch and dinner where I could just nerd out with these super experienced engineers. COVID took that away from me.
Yeah.
So I built my YouTube channel to better understand what creators needed and to just get all this weird tech stuff off my chest.
Yeah.
And it blew up almost immediately. The last
Do you have a head of membership?
So you've seen the browser company video. I love that.
Yes.
So
it was a fantastic reaction. Jordy was saying the same thing in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a fantastic outcome. I'm super happy for everyone involved. I think I can see it. I can see Atlassian like wanting to take the browser very seriously, and so there's a way that in the fullness of time that it will look like incredible deal for both sides. But I did see the video. I was like, wait. Head of membership? What's going on there?
There are just certain things in that scenario that are like hard to not have your eyes catch. So the chaos I've engaged with since my YouTube channel blew up accidentally, just got more into dev tool stuff, built some dev tools as well for the business, got so annoyed with the state of all the AI chat apps. DeepSeek V3 drops like, oh my God, this model's incredible, but the website was somehow even worse. So I said, time to make a better one because I'm a nerd about like full stack web and application performance and just quality of experience. I helped build a lot of Twitch chat when I was over there. The world's, as far as I know, fastest updating text interface on the web.
Oh yeah, people love Twitch chat.
Yeah, Twitch is so much better than YouTube. It's unbelievable to this day. So I wanted to make that something.
Wait, unpack that because I believe that Twitch chat, it specifically like doesn't just endlessly load. It loads blocks at a time.
Yeah, it's blocks, but they come in really fast.
Is that a mistake?
No, that's by design.
That's by design.
That's absolutely
right?
by design. Like chat readability is like
really
comprehensive. Like your ability to comprehend what's happening in chat is like
I was
really
listening to Ludwig and he was saying like, could I start over if I didn't have any Twitch followers? And he did this experiment and he was like, I think I have an edge just because I'm good at reading chat. And I was like, I never would have clocked that as like a thing, but it is.
It's actually one of the things I do differently is I film all my YouTube videos live on Twitch. So I'll be like, and I have chat open next to my like a return feed.
It down.
Yes, I have a team that like helps me manage that. We've built some custom software to auto chop the individual topics so we can get a video out within an hour of it being recorded, which I'm really proud of. But the goal is really to do it live. So any like mistakes I make, any sources I need help finding, any weird comments or questions I would get about the thing can happen while I'm filming.
Yep. So then the final thing is much better.
It just cuts it takes us an hour and a half to film an hour-long video and then 30 minutes to edit it. It's great. I'm really proud of our workflow there.
That's cool.
Super fun.
Smart. Was that a content creation injury?
Got in a fight with a Firefox user. Joking, it was a skateboard injury from a long time ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's slowly built up. I was a sponsor skater for a little bit. I really into that to this day.
Cool.
But 10 years ago, had a really bad, 15 years ago, had a really bad wrist break. Also tore the entire ligament from my thumb, and it's just slowly been like falling off of my hand. So finally got that reconstructed.
Okay, so you went back and did the
you
right
should build an app that uses computer vision to teach people how to kickflip. I think there could be a bull market in that space.
Yeah, it'll be slightly bigger than the one for content creator tools.
Yeah. No, but it's a public service, right?
Yeah.
Teaching the world to kickflip.
Yeah,
You just come out. Our
it's
mission
beneficial.
is to kickflip.
So that's been fun for me recently that I actually really appreciate you guys for too, is it seems like the hunger for people to understand how the startup stuff actually works has been growing a lot recently. I've always been a nerd about it. Recently, I've been investing in a lot more. I think I've been over 100 YC startups at this point. It's been really fun for me and love it. And recently, it feels like I can actually talk about that stuff more, where previously people's eyes would just glaze over. They wouldn't care. But I'm doing like one startup e-video a week at least right now, and they're performing incredibly well. The response has been awesome. It feels like people are ready to talk about this now. It's a really good time.
Finally big enough. I mean, you look at the traction on like the actual Y Combinator account and like on YouTube, and it says like over 1 million followers.
Still one of the most underrated YouTube channels too. Like the old Michael Seibel Dalton podcast, I reference it all all of the time.
So good. Yep. Yeah. And I mean, all this stuff that Gary's done, they've done really well.
Absolutely. Love all of them. It's like the Y Combinator program, Y Combinator content, the Y Combinator partners, everything I went through there is a huge part of why my YouTube is successful, and now why T3 Chat's successful too. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Makes sense.
What's your goal over the next 5-10 years?
If I had a 5 to 10 year goal, I would be probably not here. I'd be working on it. I have no idea. I've always kind of just went with the flow, and that works really well. My thing's always been it's better to be late than early. I find that people try way too hard to be early to a thing, and it ends up kind of rotting their brain a little bit. Like imagine you saw how powerful smartphones were getting back in the day. You're like, oh my God, this is obviously the future. Everything's going to be on phones. So I'm going to go all in making Java applets for the Kyocera, Echo, and BlackBerry. Are you better or worse off than somebody who got into app development 2 years after the App Store came out?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's better to be late. Everybody told me I was too late when we made our chat app, and we're, as far as I know, the fastest growing third-party chat app.
Wow.
Crazy.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Amazing.
We've been asking everyone 2 questions. Who's your favorite entrepreneur in history?
Ooh. History makes it tough. I would say
alive or dead.
Okay,
I mean,
modern history, alive makes it a lot easier. Modern history, I think Tim Sweeney is my personal favorite. The way he's aligned his business is incredible. Like to this day, he still owns exactly 51%, so nobody can outvote him. His focus on making everything better for developers, knowing the flywheel will eventually fund him back. It's kind of like Apple's strategy, but way more focused on developers, which I care a lot about. Even things that have been a flop like Epic Game Store were with the goal of getting developers more money because he was tired of Apple getting subsidized with 30% revenue from an indie game dev.
Yep, that makes a ton of sense.
What did you think of the Apple launches today?
Apple launch today was, as a nerdy tech and video guy, I love it. The iPhone 17 Pro is an actual monumental leap in what you can do for video production. Have you guys paid attention to any of that stuff?
No.
I'm sure these guys are going to love it.
I just know 48 megapixel better cameras.
That's cool, but I mean that they added Genlock support.
Oh, okay.
So full Blackmagic integrations. You can do time code with a new USB device they partner with Blackmagic to make. You can do crazy synchronization shots where you get 20 iPhones at different angles and do
cool.
frame by frame pause freeze frame 3D shots and stuff with it. That was normally you need to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars before. Now you just get 20 iPhones and a couple USB adapters. It's insane.
Yeah, and that's going to be even cheaper in 2 years.
Yeah.
These things
and ProRes RAW, which is really cool too. Because
cool.
I know way too much about cameras. I'm really nerdy about this, but the Red Camera Company had an exclusive patent on compressed raw video encoding, where on camera specifically. So the reason that all those USB or not USB external HDMI recorders got popular, Atmos is a business because of Red's bullshit patent.
Sure.
That patent allowed them to just get away with things they absolutely shouldn't have and shut down every other camera company trying. The patent was, they had succeeded in suing Apple, they succeeded in suing DJI, they almost got barred from the US, they succeeded in suing Sony, Canon, a bunch of other companies. They were suing Nikon. Nikon said, how expensive are you guys? And bought them for $30 million. So now the patent's not being enforced, so Apple got to put ProRes RAW in the new iPhone, which is unbelievable.
That's wild.
Actual raw video encoding on a phone is just, I could not have imagined that even 2 years ago.
That's crazy. Other question we've been asking: how'd you make your first dollar on the internet or in business?
Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Yeah, I was hosting Minecraft servers.
Yeah, somebody else said this.
If I hear from a founder that they started Minecraft servers, I don't even think twice. I just write the check.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
it's so crazy. It's sneaker botting, Minecraft,
eBay,
iPhone
if
repairs.
you go way back, like buying and selling stuff on eBay. It was popular in like the 90s, 2000s.
Yeah, there's always one of those every generation. It's been
Yeah.
really fun to see. And
Yeah.
now I feel like people skip the step and just go straight to the business, which is interesting.
Yeah,
too.
we're hearing that.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
start
yeah.
in
People
enterprise
just starting
SaaS.
in
Just
SaaS,
go to the
which
end
is
state.
crazy.
Yeah, just going to like the Founders Inc. events and seeing how many like excited young founders there are now is just something I never would have imagined before. Like when I was a kid, it was the promise, like the exciting thing is you'll get to work at the Google campus one day. Like that's
Totally.
what you were aspiring for.
Totally.
Now you're aspiring to be here, and that's
Yep.
a really interesting shift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. Are you
Good.
GPU poor or GPU rich?
I'm GPU middle class.
GPU middle class. Well, you could pick a hat if you want one.
Oh, I want the GPU poor hat for
You want the
sure.
GPU poor hat.
There you go.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
The middle
for it.
class is
Appreciate you
disappearing.
guys
You gotta go.
a
You gotta go
ton.
up or you gotta go up or down. Well,
It
thank
is-
you for joining.
It's not properly fitted, but you can.
I will
you can
fix that
adjust
for
it
sure.
later.
Yeah. Thank you guys again.
Anyway,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you so much for stopping
Great meeting
by.
you guys.
Great
Well,
to
finally,
meet you.
let me know if you
Yeah,
want me to
yeah.
comment on any weird stuff in like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
AI
yeah.
chat
Sorry, I missed
space
your
or
DM
UI or
word.
whatever. No worries at all. I miss
Yeah,
even
chat
more of
more.
them than you guys
I'm
do.
sure.
Let me know if you ever need help with anything. I'll
Of
be
course.
around. Have
Yes,
fun,
man.
guys.
Cheers.
Have a good rest of your day. Lightning round. Let's. Oh, there's people out there. Okay.
Let's run it. Let's run it.
Let's run it. Let's run it. Come in
Speed it up.
quickly.
Speed it
Who
up.
are you? What do you do? Welcome to the stream.
Bob.
Just my hand.
Let's go.
Introduce yourself. Who are you? What do you do?
Bob.
Hi, I'm Bob.
Welcome to the show, Bob.
CTO of Embedder. We build coding agents for firmware.
Okay. Coding agents for firmware.
Firmware, yeah.
What device are
They
you
said
embedding
it couldn't be
firmware on?
done.
So we do microcontrollers, Linux computers.
Okay.
So think about any microcontroller you can think of: STM32, ESP, TI, NXP, any manufacturer.
When did you learn you wanted to do agents for coding agents for firmware?
That's a good question. So I did hardware all my life. Started when I was small, doing robots, moving to more professional stuff in high school. In college, I built.
School, let's go.
In college, in college, I built humanoids, and then went to a startup, did medtech stuff, and then went to Tesla, worked on robotaxi.
Yeah.
So we kind of saw it. I saw this problem from like a 10-person research lab to $1 trillion company.
Yeah.
That firmware development was so inefficient compared
Sure.
to web dev.
Yeah.
And traditional coding agents just couldn't do it.
Yep.
Like Cloud Code or Cursor, they lack context. What we say about context is two different problems, right? One problem is that it has no understanding of the chips. Like it needs to read the documentation for the chips to understand how to actually write the code. And once it has written the code, there's no way to test the code on the device, right? So we built this information layer and this hardware interaction layer where you can actually, read out outputs from the from your board and run like a GB debugger to like debug. Yeah.
How's traction? How's demo day going?
Traction has been great. We launched 3 weeks ago now. We have over 100 paying users, 500
Fantastic. That's great.
500,000 lines of code changed. Working on the first enterprise.
That's great.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite entrepreneur of all time?
Ooh, Elon has to be.
There
Elon.
we go.
Has
That's
to be
the
Elon.
Are you bullish, bearish humanoids in the next 5 years?
I'm very bullish.
In the next 5 years.
Next
Very
5
bullish.
years.
In the next 5
I
years.
think they'll be walking around.
Do you think I will have one in my home?
Maybe not your home. Factories.
Factories.
It
Why
will be in-
factories?
Factories, because like it's a straight up replacement for your human workers.
Yeah.
You just so much lower cost, and you don't have to modify anything in your factory. Drop in replacement.
Yeah.
And free workforce. Yeah.
Okay, we will see.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you
We'll
so much
hold
for
you
stopping
to it.
by.
We'll hold you to it.
We'll hold you to it.
great
In
to
5 years, expect to hear from us with a fact check on that. Thank you so much for coming by.
Thanks for coming on.
We'll
You're
see
the
you
man.
later.
All right. That's how
Have a good one. We will bring in our next guest. We're doing lightning round. We got a lot of folks out there. Let's bring in the
Run it.
next
Run
founder
it.
from YC Demo Day 2025. Welcome to the stream. Hi, I'm John.
meet you.
Nice
Elena.
To meet you.
Nice to
Jordan,
meet you.
great to
Hey.
meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Introduce yourself. Who are you? What are you building?
Elena Sekesh. I'm a partner at Google Ventures.
Oh, fantastic.
Amazing.
Okay. What's
I was
Demo
gonna
Day
hit. I was
been
gonna hit
like?
this button, but not
Partner
relevant.
mode.
Partner
Partner
mode.
What's your reaction to Demo Day been? What are the common trends that you're seeing?
Yeah.
How is this one different from other ones? Are valuations the highest they've ever been? What are you seeing?
I feel like valuations are always higher.
They
I think
always-
the fact that the public markets have come back has
Yeah,
just
yeah.
reinstored a lot of faith.
IPO windows
And
open.
people, IPO window is open. I'm
Yep.
excited to see a lot of that.
Yep.
I run fintech at Google
cool.
Ventures. There's a lot of fun fintech and crypto companies
Cool.
in the pipeline. And yeah, it's been a really fun demo day.
Have
I
you
feel like
done?
the energy is always
Did you do
top.
any of the companies in this batch yet? Are you still looking?
Not in this batch yet, but I think
But you guys can are so multi-stage that you
Yeah.
can kind of come
We're
in forever. It's
all
more
over.
about building relationships.
Right now, we're investing out of a $2.8 billion fund every 2 years.
Yeah.
And our sole LP is Google.
That's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Why
but we like work.
Do you introduce it as Google Ventures, but isn't it rebranded fully to GV, or have we gone back?
It's it depends on what flavor
Okay.
people are looking
Yeah,
for,
yeah, yeah.
but it's both GV and Google
Okay,
Ventures.
got it.
Yeah.
What give us the state of early stage fintech today?
Yeah.
Because if this was 4 years ago, I think we would have seen like half the batch, something like that,
Yeah.
fintech related, and very little of that today from what we've seen. It probably means like now is the right time to be starting company. But what are you seeing?
Yeah, I feel like fintech has always ebbed and flowed.
Yeah.
And at GV, we've been investing in fintech since the start. We were seed investors in Robinhood, seed investors in Plaid, seed investors in Gusto. We recently invested in Ramp. And so what you can kind of see in fintech right now, let's go. Big day today. What you can see in fintech is a barbell. There are people who are solving things at the earliest stages, parts of the world where fintech still hasn't touched. I'll still say fintech's total market cap is 4% of all of financial services. Financial
Crazy.
services is 20% of the S&P 500.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of ways to go.
Do you think the fact that there are so many scaled growth stage decacorn plus fintech companies with founders still at the helm changes the strategy at the early stage? Like, do you need to be more focused or niche because you have Zach at Plaid, you have Eric at Ramp, Brian at Coinbase, Vlad at Robinhood? Like, it's not the same era where it's like the founders died 50 years ago. And so, it's probably open season on that category. It's like, no, if you start that company in that space, like that person, that founder that we all know who's already on the podcast circuit is going to be coming for your life.
And they go multi-product, right? They earn the trust of a consumer, and then they
have
get
so many
into
advantages,
everything.
and they also are not in manager mode. So does that
and I mean, I
change
think
the
that's a
market
lot
at
of why we invested in Ramp, even at this last round's price, right? Like I've spent a decade looking at Office of the CFO software, and I think that they'll end up winning.
Let's give it up for the Office of the CFO.
Let's do it. And I think the best founders think they're never done.
Yeah.
And so with fintech, what I love about it is I look at Amex, it's a $230 billion company.
Yeah.
There is a lot of room to run if you're a fintech founder.
Are you pitching Ruth Perot on Ramp?
Always.
Okay, let's make it happen.
Yeah.
We gotta do that.
Were you at the last demo day?
Yes.
Why didn't you come on our stream?
Yeah. One, that's more important. But I was going to say, like, vibes-based analysis. To me, I've been a lot more excited about this batch than last time.
Sure.
Last time it felt like super derivative. Everything. It was a lot of like agents for agents and infrastructure for agents. This is a lot more of like less infrastructure, more like here is a product with like a clear value prop, and we have 100 people.
Yeah, we're using
100
AI.
people paying.
We're using AI like we're using cloud or mobile or anything else.
Yeah, and I think I always think of things as variables, right? And when people are building for things that don't yet exist, it becomes stacking a bunch of variables on top of each other. And I think what I love about this batch is it seems pretty grounded and rooted in things that people need today. Like the market is there. I'm not taking a risk on whether or not the market's going to come into fruition.
Yeah, and a year ago, if you were doing agentic infrastructure, there was a lot of people that I was seeing, like not even just in YC, that were like building infrastructure for agents, and they would sign up a lot of customers, but none of the customers were creating any value. So it was like infrastructure for companies that weren't really working. And I think that the catalyst now is like now you have a bunch of companies building agentic software that are delivering value for customers, and so a lot of the infrastructure companies can probably work now.
Yeah.
We're doing a lightning round outside of Larry and Sergey, obviously. Who is your favorite entrepreneur of all time in history, alive or dead? Anyone that you think is inspiring? Maybe you read a biography or something.
Oh wow, there's so many. This is really difficult.
Anyone?
You know what? I think I would say Brian Armstrong, Coinbase created a market that didn't exist before. The largest businesses are always market creators, in spite of what I said earlier about a market.
Yeah, that's a great one. We love Brian. Second question.
So if you're the next Brian Armstrong, if you're creating a market right now,
happy.
Get in touch.
Please me.
Get in touch.
Yeah. Second question. How did you make your first dollar on the internet or in business?
Oh wow. Trading crypto.
Trading crypto. I'm surprised we haven't heard that more.
I know.
Yes, let's hear it for crypto. Thank you for clapping, everybody.
She was born in the trenches.
Born in the trenches. Still in the trenches.
Still in the trenches.
Still in the trenches. Never done.
Last question.
Yeah.
Do you consider yourself GPU poor, GPU rich?
Yeah.
You're bolted onto a hyperscaler.
Yeah.
I think I know the answer, but I'll hear it from you.
Define GP poor, GP rich.
GPU poor means that you're struggling to scrap together every H100 you can. GPU rich is you press the button on the massive
You're just
training
relaxed.
run if
You're
you want.
relaxed.
You know, it's a vibe, but it's also a very real thing for foundation model companies.
Yeah.
Now it's just a general vibe. Do you feel constrained by technology or liberated by it?
I feel like liberated by
I think
it.
you- I
Right?
think you
Like,
qualify as
we gotta
GPU
lean
rich.
in. We gotta lean in.
We'll give you
Yeah.
this high, GPU rich.
Yeah. Awesome. Love it.
It hasn't been properly said. Oh, maybe it fits.
There you go.
Maybe it fits.
Anyway, thank you so much for
Yeah,
coming on the
thank you
show.
for
Great to meet
having
you.
me on. Nice to
Fantastic.
meet you.
We'd
Great
love
to
have
meet
you
you.
back sometime.
See you next batch.
Yeah,
Have a
see
great
you.
rest of your demo day. 2 phones. You know she means business.
There you go.
That's a corporate. That's a corporate
athlete.
Corporate athlete right
That's a
there.
boardroom general.
Clocked it. How you doing? Welcome to the stream.
Welcome to the stream.
Nice
Jordy,
to meet you.
good to meet you.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself. What do you do?
Hey, my name is Sion. We're Kalinda.
That's a great name. Yeah.
We're basically a deep research for class action law firms.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Let's give it up for litigation.
Litigation. Yeah.
What's the secret sauce? Is it just the bad data in, bad data out? You got to get private data that's maybe behind some sort of wall. It's not scraped into the pre-training weights of GPT-5, and so you have some cornered resource in the data, or is it something in the architecture or something at the UI level? Like where's the interesting?
Well, kind of like most startups at YC, like a lot of it sits on the application layer.
Sure.
Most of it for class action law firms is the scale at which they do things. You know, they can have maybe 10 million pages for litigation.
Oh wow.
So with that kind of scale, you can't obviously just toss them to ChatGPT.
Yeah, it'd be a hassle to just click upload
Exactly.
another PDF, upload another PDF, upload another PDF.
Yeah. And then the kind of second thing is like most of the data sort of sits in silos
Yep.
and kind of aggregating it all and making it sort of, you know, comprehensive like a human would is
What's traction
Would you
like?
ever go full stack? Would you ever start
Oh, hell yeah.
suing people yourself?
Yeah,
Really?
we we
Let's
actually
go.
we just said
That's
this.
America. That's the American way. Let's go.
Yeah,
Watch out.
we actually just said this in our pitch. We want to become the world's first class action law firm.
Okay.
Full stack. So,
Full stack.
AI law firm.
AI law firm. Yeah.
Nice.
Fantastic. How's traction? What did you share at demo day? How's it going? How's the raise going?
Yeah, so we have about 60,000 in revenue in just the last 4 months
Wow.
since basically launching.
Congrats.
We have 3 of the largest plaintiff law firms in the U.S.
Amazing.
As customers.
It's great.
But yeah, it's going really well. Pitches was a little nerve wracking at first, but got over it.
That's great.
What's it like selling into these firms so far? They seem to be responding well.
Yeah, much better than most would expect, I guess. Like they probably don't know a lot about AI at all, so you just kind of say it's magic, and then.
Has this been an overlooked category broadly, just building software for this type of firm? It feels like they just print cash and they're willing to spend. Some of the numbers I've heard on like some of these even firms that like have a website, they look like a tiny business and they're just printing like $50 million a year. It's crazy.
Yeah, most settlements are $1 billion plus, but yeah, absolutely. Like because of natural language being so a lot easier with generative AI, it makes it a lot easier, and so the kind of work they do has basically been overlooked for practically ever. In fact, most of them
Because you could never throw software at it.
Yeah, and most of them aren't even still paperless. They still
Yeah.
have lots of paperwork.
That's crazy.
They've just gotten over the cloud, if you want to call it that. So, yeah.
Cool. Lightning round.
Do it.
Who's your favorite entrepreneur of all time?
Sam Altman.
Sam
Yeah,
Altman.
Just because I've met
That's
him
great.
twice, but he's
he's the goat.
Yeah. There you go.
Second question: how'd you make your first dollar online in business or on the internet?
Cold call.
Cold call.
Let's
What were you
go.
selling?
It was actually the previous space that we were in was personal injury,
Yeah.
still law firms. My brother, he's an expert cold caller.
Yeah.
Are you? When did you realize you wanted to get into class actions and personal injury law?
Yeah. Well, basically, we literally about last summer we started walking into businesses cold, just like saying, "Hey, we do AI. We're both previously AI researchers. Like we can probably solve your business problems."
Yeah.
Law firms were a huge part of it. So
Nice.
Yeah.
It's
that's what we
based
did.
on where you sit in the stack. Do you feel like you're GPU poor or GPU rich?
GPU rich, but
There we go.
GPU poor soon.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
Good luck to you.
Scaling up. Cool.
Hopefully you can scale up.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. For
Great
coming
to
on
meet
the
you,
show.
man.
This has been
Congrats.
fantastic.
Congrats on,
We will
uh,
talk
on
to
the
you
progress.
soon. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you. If you're just tuning in, we are live from YC Demo Day 2025, and we have our next guest coming into the studio. Welcome.
It's
to
Kernel
the stream.
time.
It's Kernel
Welcome to the
time.
show. You seem fired up. Did you just
introduce
pitch?
yourself?
We haven't pitched yet.
Who are you? What do you do?
Raf Garcia, founder of Kernel. We're crazy fast browsers in the cloud for your AI agent.
The browser wars.
The browser wars are
continues.
on.
But this is
these are
specifically computer use, so it's API to go and interact with the website.
Yeah, so nowadays a lot of AI agents, you want to hook them up to the exact same tools that humans use. And the browser is one of the main tools that we use on a day-to-day basis. And so we're powering automations in healthcare, fintech, QA, lots of different use cases that AI is really good at.
Walk us through the kind of the history of the market, because I know there used to be this company, I'm blanking on the name, but they were doing like they had a browser use product and they were venture backed, but they never really like broke out. And it feels like this market has just like exploded in size.
Yeah, so prior to LLMs, the main use case was you run your tests or your QA
Chromium
on a browser, a headless browser in the cloud. But as soon as AI came on the scene, tools got supercharged by this intelligence. You could connect to them. So, I experienced this firsthand. I founded a company called Clever back in 2012. That was
no way. That's right.
I think we
with
might
Tyler.
have with Tyler.
We were technically in the same batch.
And our first piece of code we wrote was a browser automation to pull data out of student information systems.
Clever's a killer company, by the way. You should look it up. It's massive acquisition.
Exactly.
Massive deal. Size gong.
What was the number? What was the number?
$500 million.
There we go. There we go.
So yeah, both me and my co-founder are previous YC founders. So we are experienced at the game. And yeah, I was previously a quant at a high frequency trading firm. So like speed is the name of the game.
Will you be our quant?
If you want to make your browser infrastructure super fast,
that's my quant.
I will help you.
How oversubscribed is the round?
It's extremely, and it's over. Yeah,
it's over. It's over. It's officially over. We're not back. We're not back.
I mean, it is a hyper competitive space. I saw even AWS launch something. It seems like something obviously AWS would have a product. How are you thinking about competition in the long-term market structure? Are you thinking it's even a winner-take-all market, or is this oligopoly like what we saw with cloud, where AWS, GCP, Azure, these are all great businesses?
Yeah, I think with DevTools, I think there's an opportunity for companies to come into the space and just be laser-focused on the technical quality of the product.
I agree with this.
You see this with like PlanetScale and RDS. Amazon has a competitor that has a huge market share, but PlanetScale is like eating their lunch when it comes to mind share and some bigger customers.
Databricks, there's a lot of examples of.
So we are like infra nerds, like trying to make browsers super fast in the cloud, and I don't think the lengths we are going to do that. Like AWS is going to be years behind whatever we're working on. So
how are the bake-offs going?
The bake-offs are going well. So we did YC, and YC is now like 5,000 or 6,000 companies. So it's a huge early adopter market to kind of launch and sell into. But now we're starting to see deals come on that are, Fortune 500, more enterprise deals. So yeah, Size Gong is going off in the office. And yeah, we're seeing really good revenue growth over, I guess, 1,000%, you could call it month over month. 400% usage month over month. We've spun up like 200,000 browsers in the last 3 months. So things are going well.
Fantastic.
How big's the team today?
We're 6 full time. So hiring a lot of people I worked with at Clever and
No, I love when a founder comes in and runs it back. Does it like they did it the first time, like goes back through YC and then just puts on a master class.
Yeah, the mistake, and I don't know if you'll agree, the mistake is like, okay,
you could have done the next. You could have done the next.
I'm going to incubate 25 different things.
Or you could have.
I'll be at the beach and for the next
the bar
6
gets
months,
so high that
but I'd like you to build things as hard, and they completely forget how hard it is at the early stage.
Yeah,
that's the value of going through YC again. Is like the partners put you in that mindset of like, okay, you actually have to do things that don't scale. You have to build a product something wants, right?
Yeah.
Just you could have done the whole like raise 50 million, get the really crazy office out the gates, and then you wouldn't. You got to earn it every time.
You got to earn it every time, for sure. Well, speaking of people who earned it, who is your favorite entrepreneur in history?
Who
do you look to?
Favorite entrepreneur? I mean, how far back are we going?
We can go live or dead, literally thousands of years if you want.
You can go Edison.
Somebody has mentioned Jesus Christ. Somebody has mentioned Eric Lyman at Ramp. So
I mean,
I didn't make the comparison, but it was made today.
I mean, cliche. I'll have to go Steve Jobs. I mean,
Love
I
it.
grew up reading.
That was Jordy's answer too.
And studying Apple. Like
Yeah.
that was my first computer as a kid.
Yeah.
So I gotta
Yeah.
shout out to Steve.
I said Edwin Land, Steve Jobs' mentor, but it's not. Anyway, second question: how did you make your first dollar online or in business?
I mean, do you count trading futures as
Yeah,
a
absolutely.
quant as a 22-year-old?
Is there a more noble way to make your first dollar? Like, what are we talking about here?
I mean, that was my first job out of college.
There we go. That's fantastic.
That's my
quant. Anyway, congratulations
on the progress.
Thank you so much.
Come back on the show
This
as
is
you have more news.
fantastic.
When you're ready
Cool.
to announce
We'd
the
love to stay in
round,
touch.
jump on.
We're very excited. Anyway, we will bring in we have what?
10-minute
10
countdown.
minutes. 10
10-minute
minutes.
countdown.
Come in. We're in the lightning round. Who are you?
Agent
What
Mail.
do you do? Explain yourself.
My name's Adi. I'm a co-founder of Agent Mail. It's the first email provider built for AI agents. The key
Let's
distinction,
go.
there we go. The key distinction is we're not AI for your email, we're email for your AI.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh, interesting. Like
Yeah.
browser
Whoa.
use for agents.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
I was wondering about this because I go to agent mode
Yeah.
and oftentimes it hits a wall where it's like, okay, it should just email the person to actually kick off that process and it can't do it.
Yeah.
How much
Interesting. Okay.
money are you making?
How much money are we making?
Yeah. Did you share a KPI at Demo Day? Did you share
Yeah,
progress?
what KPI should
We
we
did not,
focus
but
on?
we love our customers.
Okay. But there are, but you customers plural. So I know that there's
Plural.
more than one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm learning. I'm
Yeah.
learning.
They keep
There we
us
go.
going.
Okay.
There
That's
you go.
great.
Did you come in with this idea or did you pivot to it?
So we were trying to get rich quick.
Is that why you're? Is somebody vlogging out there, or is that someone else?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
we're like
okay.
hustlers. We're from
So you're getting
English.
that YouTube. You're
Okay.
getting that YouTube.
I know what question I'm
AdSense
asking
revenue.
next. Let's go.
So we wanted agents to go on the internet, make us money, farm free trials.
Yeah.
And then
The
in that
wild
process-
interesting.
Exactly. And we realized, okay, it's kind of hard to give agents their own inboxes.
Yeah.
But they should have them. Sequoia's talking about them. LangChain's talking about them.
Yeah.
Agents need their own email inboxes.
Okay, so you did it. This brings me to the lightning round question. How'd you make your first dollar on the internet or in business, like as a kid, or maybe took you a while?
Okay, so I got cut from the basketball team, and I was like, damn, I want to be a part
What's
of
basketball?
Like,
don't know
like
a
my
lot.
old B2B site.
I only
We
know
don't know a
about
lot about
venture,
sports here.
hedge funds, and trading. Anyway.
Yeah. So I was like, hey, I want to be involved, man. I want to feel like I'm a part of something.
Yeah.
So I just said, hey, coach, what can I do?
Okay.
He's like, okay, be the scorekeeper. That's how I made like my first $300.
That's fantastic.
And there we go.
That's an honest living.
Yeah.
Second question: who's your favorite entrepreneur in history, alive or dead?
I like Warren Buffett.
Warren Buffett.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think he's one of those guys who's like actually humble.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's not like, okay, hey, I'm worth 100 million.
Yeah.
I'm driving I think he
Yeah.
just genuinely is in it for the love of the game.
He does. He's in it for the love of the game.
Hopefully one day, I could be like that.
Fantastic. Well,
Awesome.
thank you so much for
Nice
coming.
to meet you guys.
Great to meet you. Great to meet you.
Soon.
Cheers.
Have a good one. Let's bring on our next guest at YC Demo Day 2025. We got 8 minutes. Let's bring him in. Introduce yourself. Who are you? What do you do?
What do you do?
Here, sit down here. Shake my hand.
It's time to
meet you.
riff. Nice to meet you.
Introduce
We're
yourself.
riffing.
Who are you? What do you do?
Hey, I'm Abid. I'm building Riff, which is cursor for music production.
Ooh, that's
Let's
fun. Are you sitting? So Cursor sits on top of an open source IDE. Are you sitting on top of Ableton or something?
That
What's
doesn't
going on?
exist for music. So we actually built everything from scratch.
Okay.
Trained our own models.
Sure.
And we have our own editor. It kind of looks like GarageBand, but you can use AI tools to
So you have
generate
build the
sounds
whole
and
thing.
mess
Okay,
around.
Interesting. Do you bring your own samples, or do you plug into a sample library? Or is are all the samples AI generated?
Yeah, we have a user community of samples,
Okay.
but we also let you generate your own.
Cool.
And also lots of bells and whistles to make it easier. Like for example, you can hum out a melody, and we'll play it on an instrument for you.
That's very cool. How's
what's your
traction
most
been?
popular song? You make music, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So let me see. I produced a song for this artist named Rio Cragen. He's pretty big. He works with a lot of EDM artists.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We'll have to play it off the
what's
stream,
the
'cause we don't wanna get demonetized.
what's how do you see the market here? Is there 1 million people that you think will pay for a product like this, or do you want to go more enterprise, work with labels? What's the play?
Yeah. I mean, so we're definitely targeting pros. It's a pro tool.
Yeah.
But pros for us means
Pro Tools?
Oh yeah, the good one. It doesn't just mean music producers.
Yeah.
It's really anyone who releases music on the internet. Imagine you're just a singer. Instead of paying thousands of dollars for your producer, you can produce your own music.
Yeah, that's great.
And that's 80 million people release music on the internet. Yeah.
How's traction? How's Demo Day going?
Great. I mean, yeah, we grew to 400 DAUs. People are already dropping songs on Spotify that were made on Riff, and getting some listens already.
Fantastic.
Yeah, the raise is fantastic. I want to see have to like really pick the investors now. Like the round is completely filling up.
There we
So
go.
great spot.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Last question. Wrist check.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What do you got?
What is this?
Yeah, it's a Breitling.
Nice.
Looks wonderful.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not enough watches on the wrist here at YC.
Lightning round questions. Favorite entrepreneur in history, live or dead?
Dr. Dre.
Dr.
Dr.
Dre.
Dre. Let's go.
Good. I knew I had to ask you. Anyway, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks, guys.
Interesting.
Great to meet
Let's
you.
bring in the next one. How are you doing? 5 minutes left at the YC Demo Day live stream. Welcome to the stream. Introduce yourself. Who are you? What do you do?
Yeah, I'm Tunga, and I'm the CEO of Freya.
What do you do?
We build voice AI for European enterprises.
Okay.
Especially regulated ones like finance.
Okay.
And we're pretty much voice AI for Europe.
How's traction?
Traction, 8 paid pilots converting
Fantastic.
to 24K MRR.
That's great.
Let's go.
Within the past 4 weeks.
And the rest of the demo
Are
day,
you
the
getting
rings?
ASML in the round? Are you
Yeah,
gonna be the
Yeah, they're the hot investor.
national champion?
Say goodbye to the tier ones. ASML's in the business.
You didn't get ASML.
Not yet.
Yeah,
Next
not yet.
round.
Yeah,
Next
yeah,
round.
yeah.
We're rooting for you. Are you GPU poor by any chance? Do you want a GPU poor hat?
I might as well be.
Are you? So
GPUs
what's
on
the strategy? Are you going to build the company here? Or are you moving back to Europe?
Back and forth. So we have office in San Francisco and in Istanbul, as well as Prague. Yeah, we're based in 3 places. So our go-to-market is Europe, especially finance industry. But since we started working with banks and insurance companies there, especially we're working with some of the biggest banks there.
Yeah.
In US, we got some interest with some of these neobanks and credit unions. So we're
Who's your favorite entrepreneur in history? And I would love a European example if you have one.
European example?
But you can say anyone.
If there were good European entrepreneurs,
You wouldn't be doing it?
They would come to SF. They would come to SF. So
Mog.
Okay. Well, yeah, just zooming out. Who's your favorite entrepreneur in history?
I would say
Alive or dead?
I'm impressed by what Elon Musk has done.
There we go. That's a great one.
So, yeah,
Fantastic.
his track record is very
How'd you
impressive.
make your first dollar on the internet or in business?
In my own business? Or?
Yeah, just no in life. You know, like as a kid, did you make any money on the internet? What'd you do?
I mean, on internet, pretty much. I didn't make my first money on the internet. I was doing sales.
Sales.
Yeah, I was trying to get some people to a real estate shop.
Okay.
So that's pretty much what I did.
There you go.
Hit the
That's
phones.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, congrats on the progress. Thanks for
legends
coming
are
on the
made.
stream. We
Great
will
to
talk
meet
to
you.
you soon.
All right.
Congrats. Have a good one. Let's bring in our next guest. How much more time do we have? 4 minutes. Let's keep going. We're going. Bring him in. Bring him in. How you doing? Welcome to the
Juxta.
stream.
What's happening?
Sit
Long-time
down.
listener, first-time caller.
Thank you for coming on
Let's
the stream. Introduce
go.
yourself.
It's great to have you.
Who are you? What are you building?
I'm John Ferrara. I'm building Juxta, which is a GPS alternative that can track anywhere on Earth with no hardware.
I feel like I've seen this on X.
You might have seen we had a pretty cool launch video.
Very cool. Yeah. Okay. So how does it work? There's some company that spun out of Google that just sold that does something similar. It's like magnetics. But how are you doing it?
Yeah, so we basically use simulated technology to basically render any environment using satellite imagery or indoor floor plans into 3D.
Okay. So you're doing GeoGuessr.
You could put it that way, yeah. We should have named the company that way, yeah.
Okay.
And then we simulate millions of people or objects moving through outer space.
Cool.
Simulate their sensor measurements with like accelerometers, gyroscopes.
Okay.
And then train models on that, and then basically deploy it to software, and
Yeah.
then we can leverage the IMUs, which are like sensors that are already into every phone
Yep.
and most other devices today to track you.
This is adjacent to that. Like I can see you through your Wi-Fi. Lots of people love this.
Yeah, if you've seen that film in like The Dark Knight, there's like a scene where Batman kind of
Oh
does
yeah,
something a
I
little
know the one you're talking about.
that's how you can envision it.
It's that's gonna be entertaining on the internet.
Who's the buyer here?
Yeah, we sell a lot to actually at this point, like warehousing, manufacturing, logistics, because 90% of all movement happens in GPS denied areas.
Inside a building.
Indoors,
Yep.
underground, defense is a big one. I
Sure.
grew up in a military family, so we sell a lot to trying to sell a lot to DoD, stuff like that.
that's, like, the
But right now we've made a lot of progress selling to companies who want to ship thousands of pallets or containers or move around a
Yeah.
warehouse, stuff like
Do you
that.
require any custom hardware, or could this be distilled at some point into just an iPhone app?
No, it's just software. That's
It's just
today.
software.
So
Today.
actually it was almost, we were this close. If you come next demo day,
Yeah.
we're actually going to be in the demo day app. Gary and Jared wanted to track all the
Where everyone
investors
is.
and
That's
founders to see where they were going,
interesting.
but we weren't able to work with their app team quite in time.
Got
So
it.
next demo day it'll be there, but that's already existing. we're building actually small asset tags that are like 2 inch by 2 inch that allow us to basically stack.
I was going to say,
attach
because
them
a lot
onto,
of stuff is important, but doesn't have software
right.
tied
And
to
so
it.
that's where we'll get to the point where we can do that sort of thing.
That's super cool. Lightning round questions. How would you make your first dollar?
Traction and how's the fundraise going?
Sure. Yeah, we've done about $150,000 in revenue in the last 6 weeks.
That's pretty good. Congratulations.
Thanks. And then we're actually on pace to be at like 500K in the next 2 months. There's a lot of demand. We have like hundreds of thousands of these tags pre-ordered.
Wow. That's fantastic.
And we raised our round. 5 million at 40 was what our.
There we go.
Dropping
honestly giving it away.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. Maybe that was too much.
No,
don't give it away. That's what we want.
We try not to drag it out of people.
Oh, my bad.
No, but it's helpful. It's very interesting. So, how did
come
you
back
make
on
your
the show
first-
when you want to announce the actual round.
Yeah,
I guess you kind of pre-announced.
Can I get a gong?
Yeah, you
of
can get a
course.
gong. We'll hit the gong
We'll
for
hit the
you.
gong for you.
Appreciate it.
How'd you make your first dollar in life?
In life?
or as a kid?
As a kid, I worked a lot of really weird jobs. I got my first one when I was 13, working at a hot dog stand in a shack in Phoenix, Arizona.
Let's go.
So it was shoveling hot dogs, and it was gourmet hot dogs. So like, you basically pay $9 for a hot dog that got wrapped in naan bread instead of a normal bun.
Yep.
We charge you $9.
There you go.
Who's your favorite entrepreneur in history, live or dead?
Oh my God. I would say I know the Riff guys just said Dr. Dre, but I'll say Drake because he just came out with that Amazon store, and Drake's my favorite artist. So
there we go.
What Amazon store?
I don't know.
You haven't seen this? This is his actual plot to take over Amazon Music as a distribution platform, but he's working with Amazon to sell all of his merch and all of his goods through their storefront and basically facilitate all their distribution through there. So that's my cop-out answer, but I just love Drake.
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Great to meet you. Thanks for coming on.
We have our next guest, Casey. Let's bring her in. How you doing? Welcome.
Final guest, closing it out.
Saving best for last.
Great to meet you. Welcome. Introduce yourself for the stream. Tell us who you are.
My name is Casey Caruso. I'm the managing partner of a fund called Topology.
Fantastic.
Psyched to be here.
Reaction to demo day.
Electric.
More electric than the last demo day. Particularly electric. What about it is electric?
I just think the founder quality is so high,
It is.
and I think it's just an incredible thing that YC does for the Valley.
Yeah.
And it's very unique. I mean, there's a lot of things that are like this, and still the essence of YC has been, I think, retained.
Yeah.
Totally. Were you at the last demo day?
I was.
To me, it seems like the bar is like consistently higher across this batch. I don't know if you feel the same.
I feel like the founder
maybe it's
is
the
equally
founder the
high,
same, but the quality of the company and the traction.
The industry has kind of figured out like how to tell the story that's not just like AI only, and it's actually like going back to the basics of like what's the problem we're solving. And so when I talk to a lot of the founders, they come in and they lead. Yeah, there's AI being said, but it's almost in the background and they're more focused on the market or the problem or the product. So I feel like all the stories have been a lot more tractable than just like AI infrastructure stuff.
Agree. I also think the founders are getting younger and younger. I honestly feel that
the
there's
high school dropouts.
Yeah, there's like 14-year-olds up there and they're like, we just launched 30 seconds ago and we have 10K in MRR. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, this is
they're skipping the Minecraft and the like sneaker flipping.
Yeah.
They're just going straight into enterprise SaaS. It's absolutely beautiful. Where have you been most excited to invest broadly, just outside of YC over the past year?
Yeah, I mean, so the fund is a $75 million fund one, and we're backed by people like Mark Andreessen, founder of OpenAI, and we really focus on technical founders that are commercially minded, building cool shit, and that's really important. We only back cool shit, and so we will look everywhere, but that's like the motto, or that's the one-liner. We spend a lot of time in neurotech. We spend a lot of time in maybe less popular AI categories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any reaction since you said neurotech? There was a company that went pretty viral yesterday with doing like telepathy.
Yeah.
What's going on there? How proprietary do you think that is? Is that something that we're going to see more of as like a form factor? Do you think?
Absolutely. So actually, if you go to topology.vc/neuro-map, you can see a really sick visualization
market map
of all this.
I love it.
But it's more than a market map, okay? But
I love market maps. We're pro market map here, by the way.
And if they're crowdsourced, even better, right?
Yeah, of course.
But that specific technology is called silent speech.
Okay.
And it's becoming more popular.
Very cool.
It's actually not.
Do you have to actually move your mouth in order for
That's right. So it's using muscle movement instead of brain signals. And there's some that are trying to do silent speech with brain, but like Alter Ego is going with the muscle approach.
And to actually get it with like the EKG, you don't, or not, is it EK? Not EKG. Whatever.
You
the
mean EMG maybe?
Yeah.
EMG.
So you need like 60 sensors or something like that. So it's not necessarily.
Yeah, right now the biggest thing in neuro is to become what's called multimodal, kind of like what happened with AI.
Sure.
So people are using things like ultrasound with EEG, which is one of the most popular non-invasive technologies with with muscle movement and combining them all together. The other cool neurotech company though that we're investing in is Sam Altman's new company called Merge. And that one's going to become really popular too. But I thought they killed that demo on Twitter.
Yeah, it was
great demo. It was a great demo.
Yeah. Lightning round?
Lightning round.
We gotta get out of here. So
we do need to get out of here.
Favorite entrepreneur, alive or dead?
Oh, I can't do that. All my children, I love equally. All
What
my
about
non-portfolio
someone who
companies.
you read a biography of who's like, from 100 years ago? You don't have anyone that
You're
you
like,
look
no,
to
my
as, like-
favorite entrepreneurs are only the companies I invest in.
Yeah, no, not favorite entrepreneur that you've necessarily
No,
backed.
all right, then you got to just go Einstein.
Einstein.
Yeah, you just got
Back to
there we
basics.
go. That's good. No one said Einstein yet. And how'd you make your first dollar, either on the internet or in business?
Yeah, I started coding when I was really young as an anon because my mom wanted to keep my gender kind of under wraps, so I didn't get any creepy messages.
Yeah.
And I used to do website development as an
That's
anon.
a great one.
Nice.
I love that.
Great start.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Anyway,
Great
thank
having you
so
on.
much for coming on the stream.
Nice to meet you.
Have a great rest of your day.
Good to meet you. Cheers.
We'll talk to you soon. Anyway, thank you for watching.
That is our show. Thank
We
you
will see
to
you
our
tomorrow live from New York City.
Live from New York City, maybe live from New York Stock Exchange. You never know.
It might very well happen.
We could very well be there. Thank you to our incredible sponsors for making TBPN.